So another shade of blue
The
Episode
man is
what?
back. The man
with
is
our
back.
friend Jared, who is he's back from his sabbatical.
He
Taking
finally
My hiatus again. You know, it happens once a month.
he was out in
rested
the
his
hill.
lumps from that
He was out
49er
in
loss.
the hills taking peyote, finding himself.
Oh shit! Hell no.
He did the Ricky Williams.
The
He
Ricky
went to the
Williams.
Amazon for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember he was
Looked
floating
back,
down the
I'm
Amazon
back.
River?
Huh?
He looked
Remember that Ricky Williams was floating down the Amazon River, remember? Like, bro, you keep floating there, Anaconda gonna swallow your ass up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well, I'm
Yeah,
happy
they
to be
looked
back.
we're happy
Yeah,
to
they
have you back,
licked
brother.
them playoff wounds. The wounds that we all have to lick once in a while.
Oh,
Right?
that's why I was gone because my Niners lost. So, you know,
Listen,
we won't
as
talk about
Giant
it.
fans, one thing we don't have to. We never really dealt with that as far as like losing in the NFC Championship game or Super Bowl. Really, we lost one Super Bowl and we never lost the NFC Championship game. So that's something that's kind of new to us as far as like those big losses like that. But we lost plenty not in the playoffs. That's the problem.
Well, you know what's messed up though is the past few years, the teams that the 49ers end up losing to, they're the teams that end up winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And then it doesn't stop there though. It goes for the Dodgers too. All the teams that eliminated the Dodgers won it. So that's just my luck.
It pains me to hear Dodgers, man, because I miss baseball right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We need baseball back in our lives, man. This shit.
I guess if they don't come to an agreement tomorrow, which I doubt they will, then they're going to cancel the games. Yeah, and they don't get paid.
Sucks, man. That really sucks, yo.
And it's always MLB that does that. Like the NFL's had a couple of lockouts. The NHL canceled the whole season in 2005, but MLB does it like a lot,
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They suck with the rules, and MLB just can never get it together. From
What is it? They're just being greedy, huh? They just want more money.
Speaking of which, can we talk about Marcus Stroman, please?
Oh yes, go ahead. Let's talk about him. Jared, did you see that?
I don't even know who that is. What did he do? Who?
Marcus Stroman.
Oh, you guys guy?
Are you that much of the LA bubble?
Yo, man, see the disrespect, man.
What you're talking about the
pitcher?
Yeah, you're a pitcher
from the Toronto Blue Jays and then the New York Mets.
Yeah, what do you do?
Go ahead, Ron.
Well, apparently he was on Twitter shitting on the Mets organization and the fans, saying that he was racially discriminated the entire time that he was here. Of course, he had nothing to say until we didn't give him the money that he wanted.
Right, because
once he got the money that he wanted from the Cubs?
Yeah, the Cubs. Apparently, which good luck there, by the way.
Apparently, the Mets are the worst organization on the planet, and we're racist, and so on and so forth.
Good luck in Chicago with the shitty ass Cubs. Good luck with that in that cold ass city.
Sorry, JD. Sorry, we still love you, but yeah, fuck the Cubs.
Oh, JD, yeah, but JD, he
get in on this, Jared. Say it. Go ahead, say it, bro. Say it.
Say it. Yeah.
Say what?
Fuck the Cubs. Come on.
No, I mean, hey, I don't hate them that much. They beat us a couple years ago.
Come on, Jared. Go on.
Tell him how you feel. Tell him how you really feel.
I'm trying not to cuss anymore. I'm trying not to cuss as much. So.
All right.
Springfield is a terrible place.
The Ivy blows in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's a terrible place. It's a terrible place.
City
Chicago's a terrible place.
It is. It is terrible. I have to admit that. It's a brutal situation over there. I do like their jerseys, though. I do love their jerseys. They have nice jerseys, nice colors and stuff.
Yeah. You said you had been to Chicago before?
Yeah. I know I have. Ron, I think, been there a few times, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in Chicago a bunch of times. It's a terrible place.
Yes, I've been there a couple times. I've been there twice, yeah.
Anywhere where the police got to wear their bulletproof vests on the outside of the uniform.
When their bulletproof vest has a bulletproof vest on,
Yeah,
it's a bad situation.
Yeah, when the bulletproof vest has a bulletproof vest on, you know it's a bad
crazy.
place.
When they have to double down on this shit, it's bad.
Chicago is a very it's a very
That's what I had heard. It's like super dangerous.
Really bad.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous, but you can. It's not like like LA where it's like you can hide the danger a little bit. Like Chicago's just like it just looks fucked up. It's just like it's a mess.
It's really.
What do they call it? They call it Chirac or something.
Chirac, yeah, it's like really grainy down over there. Like it's really cold and dreary.
It's like a really decrepit version of New York.
Yeah, it's like a slummed down version.
Yeah.
Philadelphia is like that. Philadelphia has that vibe going with them too. They have like the Chicago vibe. It's like really grimy, dirty. Sanitation's awful. It's called the city of brotherly love, but there's no love in that place. That shit is bad. But why? You see, I'm the bad guy now. You see, everyone got quiet. Now
I've never been to like major cities like that besides LA. But what about New York though?
Ron, take it over.
I'm not bashing anything. I'm just saying like
no, yeah.
I think of like big cities like that. I think of Chicago, Philly, and New York.
Mm-hmm.
New York is a postmodern. No, it's not grimy. It's just like a postmodern, industrialized. It's Gotham City. It's just, you know what I mean. It's like it's a living, breathing art piece in itself. Whereas Chicago isn't really like that. Like Chicago has like the Sears Tower, whatever it's called now.
Yeah, or the whatever corporate.
That John Hancock building. Like when you build in New York, there's like a lot of like art that goes into it. Like everything is aesthetically like pleasing, whether it's old or new.
Yeah,
there's a history.
Like you see like the new buildings, you know what I'm saying? Like the Vanderbilt, like you see how it's like so tall, but it mixes in with like the Empire State Building.
I love it.
And,
I love
the Chrysler Building, and it all mixes and intermingles with each other. Even though the Vanderbilt Building and like Hudson Yards are all brand new and
brand spanking new, but they vibe with the aura.
But they vibe with the rest of the building.
So they keep the same aesthetic.
Yeah, because the Vanderbilt has like an Art Deco almost, but it's like right. It's new, but it's old.
Yeah, like the Vanderbilt's all new. It's brand new.
I love it. I love that building. My God. Remember, that's the picture I sent you guys. Remember, Jared, I sent that picture and I asked Ron what building it was. It's like a tower on top of a tower. Yeah. It's like two towers in one.
When you were working that day?
It's like the Empire State Building 4 dimensions or some shit. It's weird.
Right.
It's like in the Matrix, like a different like dimension.
Yeah.
So, it's dope though.
Really?
But dope. I mean, that's the stuff that they do here. Like, and like like Chicago, you don't really know what you get yourself into until it's too late.
Yeah, until it's too late.
In New York, it's kind of different. You kind of know, like you kind of like you move around a little bit, and you're like, oh, I'm a little bit farther than I'm supposed to be. And the thing about Chicago is, and like the difference between New York and like every other city, I would feel like is those other cities are dangerous based off of the fact that people don't care. Like here, people don't generally care, like unless you like getting in their way. Once you get in their way and somebody focuses on you, that's when danger happens.
Yeah.
If you mind your business,
if you're in the crosshairs, it's bad.
Yeah.
But if you just go about your day.
Yeah, you could walk through the worst neighborhood, and 9 times out of 10, nobody's gonna mess with you. It's when you start playing around with shit. That's when people like, oh, well, he looks like food, so you know. Like LA, they'll ask you straight up, like, where you from? What set you claim? Like, we don't do that out here.
Right. Oh, let me tell you guys.
Like too. Like we have gangs, but nobody. That's their own respect is between them and other gangs. People don't care about that shit out here, man. We don't care.
They try to make it like that, but there's no structure there. They try, but there's no structure whatsoever going on there.
Yeah.
LA is just a funny place too, because you have all those gangs and stuff like. But it's a beautiful place. Like, how can you? For me, when I'm out there, I'm like stress free. I'm chilling. The last thing I want in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last thing I want to get into is some shit over there because I'm like in a peaceful environment over there. The West Coast in general, like I might be going to Vegas soon, so I might be out in Vegas.
No shit. When?
I'm trying to see. I'm thinking maybe within like the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna go there for like 3 days.
Uh-oh.
Like a 3-day trip out there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I plan to do the hot air balloon. I'm plan on taking my girl to have the hot air balloon over Vegas. I'm trying to set that up.
They got hot air balloons. You could take a helicopter.
Yeah.
Tours. But I was saying, because I'm going too.
When?
The 25th through the 27th of March.
That's her birthday weekend.
Her birthday's 25th. My uncle's birthday weekend.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So we might have another shade of blue. Vegas. All right.
It's going to be crazy that weekend, though, because that's the March Madness, and they do all the sports books and everything, so it gets jam-packed in Vegas.
Look at Ron. He couldn't hold the laugh. No, you know what? I cannot wait for March Madness, like Jared was saying, because I can't wait to gamble on that shit. So you're gonna seriously be there March 25th?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's her birthday, March 25th. Okay.
That's funny. That's my uncle's birthday. That's why we're going.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it seems like we're gonna go, but I still got to figure some things out. See if my wife wants to go or not. You know. It looks like it might happen. I'm excited. I love Vegas.
You know what? I could plan that for that. March 25th, Friday. Let's see. We'll see what happens with that. I might be seeing you out in Vegas.
I'm boring in Vegas, I'll be honest.
Yeah, me too. I'm boring.
I just sit at the center bar and play video poker and drink beer.
Me too. I'm boring too.
My time is spoken for.
Oh, here we go with the spoken for shit. Unbelievable.
Philip, my time is spoken for.
His time is spoken for right now, Jared. So
now I gotta go to Michigan.
All right.
My grandmother died last week, so
my condolences, my brother.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
It's all good. She lived a full, vigorous life, so it's time to go.
Yeah.
Can't win them all.
Yo,
that's it, Ron?
You can't win them all, man. Like, time to go.
We all don't bat 1,000.
Yeah.
So
hold on, I'm trying to. My bad. I've been trying to post and share the video on my things, but it takes a while.
Yeah, I just tagged us.
Down. My bad.
Corey's in the building. He said,
"Yo, Corey, what up, G?"
He said, "Let's go, Knicks with Cookville and the crew." My guy Ron.
What's up, man? My dude.
He tried to join in the show last week. He said, but his camera, something with his phone was bugging out.
Oh yeah.
Every time he sees me, I love your man, Ron. I love your man, Ron. I said, he's all right, cool.
Damn.
He's all right. Yeah,
he's all right. He's all right.
He's cool.
Throw the shade on another shade.
Another shade of blue. We're throwing shades on another shade of blue. There you go. He got the Queensbridge shit going on. So Corey always teasing the Knicks though. Talk about let's go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks.
Leave my Knicks alone, bro. Leave my Knicks alone.
All right, there we go. All right, finally done sharing all this shit.
2 weeks.
My bad.
Bum.
What happened?
We finally done sharing everything.
We shouldn't.
Barclays Center. I waited to tell you to go to the one at the Garden, but that's on a Wednesday at 7:30. So.
Okay, we could do that. We could go to a Barclays to see that game.
Yeah, why not?
We'll do that. We can do that. Why not? We'll set it up. We could even do like a little live thing.
It's a Sunday at 1 p.m. So.
Perfect. All right, yeah. We could do that
this weekend.
Good day.
When is it? Next week? This week coming up?
March 13th, I believe.
March 13th. Okay.
I'm gonna be in crypto on March 5th for the Lakers and Warrior game.
Oh, you're going to the crypt? The crypt, as they call it.
Yeah, not Staples Center no more. It's the crypto.
The crypt.
I'm excited though, man. See all those dudes, freaking LeBron, Russell Westbrook, Curry, Klay Thompson. It's gonna be cool. I never been to an NBA game. Like
I've been to one in '97. It was Knicks and Mavericks. That's it. I never been to.
That's it.
That one game. That's it. Just one game.
Hold on. Wait, what?
I only been to one basketball game. Jared never been to one at all.
I thought you would have been to a few.
Stop it.
No.
Are you serious?
Knicks and Mavs, 1997. Oliver Miller was the center for the Dallas Mavericks when that happened. Yeah.
That's the last time you've been to a game.
Last time. I was like 12 years
First and
old.
last.
Against the Mavericks. Yep.
We going, man. Hopefully we get to see Ben Simmons have a mental breakdown. I don't know.
Now his back is sore. So, just saying. Corey says he a hater, Ron. Oh, I'm going to BK Knicks on Sunday the 13th with my son. Oh, shit. Corey's going to be there, too.
Well, then bet. Let's do it up.
All right, we'll link up with you, Corey. That sounds good.
I'll buy you a beer.
And Ron's cheap. So for him to buy you a beer, take it while you can.
Cheap, bro. I'm not cheap.
He wanted you to buy me Mr. Softy at a Mets game.
You can drink a Pepsi or you can drink a beer.
I said, Ron, hook me up with that Softy at the Mets game. He was like, nope.
But what do you drink at games, Phil? You drink Pepsi or soda? Or...
Pepsi. I'm not a drinker.
No beers?
No. I'm not a drinker. Ron knows that.
Yeah. What?
He asked what I drink at the baseball games. I said Pepsi. I'm not a huge drinker. I'm boring. I'm a boring person.
This is true.
Right? Ron always says I had to get outside more.
Do shit. I mean, you might have to. You just go to work, go straight home.
That's
go to the store once a week.
That's it. And I just do it the show. I do the show with you guys. That's it. That's my life. I see the kids when I can. That's pretty much. So let me ask you, you drink at the games then, right? You drink at games.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oliver Miller.
I mean, I don't get drunk, though. But, like, at Dodger games, you can't even get drunk. If you want to, you can, but you're going to spend fucking, what, $100 on 3 beers? I ain't about to do that.
Nah. Somebody got to pay their salary, right?
That's why you sneak in a bottle.
Yeah, you could do that. Because they let you take in bottles.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. At Dodger Stadium, you can take in water bottles, but they have to be clear, though. So you can put like vodka in it or something, probably. But I ain't drinking that.
You don't drink vodka?
No, I don't like stuff like that. I'll just drink beer. I like bourbon. But aside from beer, that's it.
Bourbon?
Like whiskey.
You don't like vodka?
No. I mean, I'll do it every now and then, but I haven't had it in years.
Listen, the way Russia's moving right now, you might want to get used to the vodka, you know?
Moscow. Hey, remember that song is dope. Well, yeah.
Can we talk about old girl, the Russian girl that was she tested positive and they still let her do the Olympics?
Yeah.
Old girl.
Yeah, I see.
Richardson.
She was 15 years old too. That's crazy, man. I don't understand.
There's definitely a divide there. There's no
let
doubt.
her compete still. And then she won one of them, didn't she?
But didn't they say it won't count?
I think so.
Compete, but it won't count or something.
Well, they reviewed it, and I think she kept one, but then she got disqualified. Another one. Well, she didn't get disqualified, but she lost her next contest. But she won one of them, I'm pretty sure.
Yo, Corey, if you subscribe to us on YouTube, go on there and type in the chat so we could read everything. We'll correspond with you more.
But that's why the other competitors, when they were the figure skaters or whatever, when they won, they didn't take their medals. They got like little torches. So they didn't
I was seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I seen what was it, the hockey team, the men's, the Russian. He was so pissed off he refused to put the medal on his neck or something because he was so disappointed. I thought they were gonna. I think I lost money on that shit too.
Well, he was mad at his
He was so
Country
disappointed that he
one of the
lost.
cheating?
Yeah. They lost like 1-0 too. It was like a low scoring.
Oh, so he didn't. You're talking about he didn't wear it when they won it. I thought you were saying he's doing it in protest because the girl cheated in figure skating.
No, I'm sorry. I just
Okay.
kind of went off base there. I was just thinking about some Olympic shit too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, he refused. Those people are cut from a different cloth. Those people just do things different. So
Yeah,
I respect them.
but it was cool though because I watch all the Olympics all the time, man, and I watched the Jamaican bobsled team. I mean, it was cool watching them, but they were freaking all over. They were bouncing off the walls, fucking crashing. It was like the movie.
Running.
Yeah, remember at the beginning when they sucked really bad?
Yeah.
That's why when I saw them in the Olympics this year, I was like, how did they get this far? Because they were sloppy. I was like, damn, what the hell?
Yeah, because Ron and I were talking about how you was watching NASCAR.
Oh yeah, I like NASCAR.
Yeah, that shocked me. You was in the NASCAR. You was doing play-by-play, and
come on, man. I'm from Bakersfield.
NASCAR's heavy there.
Kind of, but I don't know. Like I grew up watching it because my dad worked at Budweiser, so he'd always get us tickets when we were little.
Yeah,
we would go because we have the Bakersfield Speedway, which is pretty big. They have like smaller races, before the season starts for the NASCAR. They'll come here in town. And back in the day, they used to go to the Famoso.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a famous speedway. So, I mean, I like it. I don't watch the whole damn thing all day. I'm not going to sit there for 4 hours watching dudes go in a circle.
Right.
I tune in when there's like 40 laps left. Yeah. About 40 laps left, I'll watch.
I just checked out this entire NASCAR conversation. I'm sorry.
He coming around the corner with the Confederate flag. It's close. It's close. It's close.
Well, and then also Bakersfield, we have a NASCAR driver, Kevin Harvick. So, and he was up there. He was fourth place with like 12 laps left, and he crashed.
I know, like Dale Earnhardt, Junior, Senior, Jeff Jarrett, or whatever, Dale Jarrett, whatever his name is, Mario Andretti.
Yeah.
Bubba, right? What's Bubba Watson?
Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, he got second. He almost got it, dude. Because the dude that was in first messed up and he went too high. And then Bubba Wallace swooped down, but he freaking barely got right in front of him. And it was almost like a hair, man. Well, Bubba Wallace. He was the kid where they found the noose in his garage and everything.
Yeah, the announcer's like, he lost by a noose.
He didn't say that.
He lost by the length of a noose. They're like, what?
No,
he didn't say that. I'm being.
But you saw that, right? When they found the noose in his garage.
Yeah, but that was fake, though, right? Wasn't that fake? No.
No, it wasn't fake. They tried to tell him that's to lift your engine out, and then he's like, "Okay, let's go to the other garages." And they went to the other garages, and they have like other ropes that aren't tied like that. And he's like, "You tell me, what does that look like?" It wasn't tied like the other ones.
I thought it was fake, though.
I heard it wasn't real.
No, it was real. That shit really happened.
No, I
just watched the little. I just watched because they did like a little.
It wasn't even that big of a deal.
No, he had to sit down even before the Daytona 500 last week, and he went over it and
he
was talking about it. He was like crying and stuff. Like, yeah, it really happened.
Man, fuck out of here, man. You ain't shit, man.
What, you don't think
it's too much, bro? It's too much.
Why?
We already had this conversation as to why. I'm not going through it again.
Talk about the noose and Bubba Wallace.
Huh?
We didn't talk about the noose.
Listen, it's all yo, bro. I feel like it's all programming. What I tell you?
Yesterday you said it. Yeah, it was programming.
We all people are minorities. You know what I'm saying? All black people are supposed to feel like they're inferior. Like we need validation from white people. And it's like it's all a fucking charade. That's all it is at the end of the day, man.
But
that's all it really is, man.
He was crying and stuff. That don't legitimize it a little bit. Like it really bothered him. It affected him.
I don't think so.
No. See, because I was under the thing that the impression that it was fake. That they found out that not that he faked it, but that it was like a misunderstanding or something like that.
I just think it's the dexterity. Listen, it's the dexterity. You got to understand what world you're stepping into. It's like black hockey players. You know that
They
you're a
feel it.
limited run.
They feel it.
So it's
That
like,
they throw bananas on the ice and all of that.
Yeah, you gotta know that, like, you in a world, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be like emotional about it, but it's like, come on, man. Jackie Robinson didn't cry, and if he did it at home. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just gotten a little too much. Where it's like we sit here talking about organizations being racist and Flores and like all this crazy stuff. It's like, yo, like, we're not validated. Like the Giants is like, you know, a racist organization, but Jerry Reese
won
is the
2
architect of
Super
Super Bowl teams. So
right.
what are we really talking about?
He was a GM for how many years?
There's a prevalent amount of black people that do watch NASCAR. It's not like it's you know, not very urban. There's black people. I know a lot of black people that go to NASCAR. So I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not gonna buy into that shit. You know what I mean? It's just it's gotten a little too much where, you know, the victim mentality is getting too much.
I understand him, though. I can understand him being emotional about that because that's something that's so. And you know, these are people you race with. These are your coworkers in a way. These are your contemporaries. You know.
Let me tell you something though. Why wasn't he crying before? He never cried before about this. So why now? 2 weeks ago, when this happened last year, it's emotional time now. Should have been emotional then when they talked to him.
Follow that.
But they did, you know what I'm saying? I've seen them talk to him, and it's like,
he wasn't like literally crying. I mean, he was like, you could tell he was messed up about it, but he wasn't like bawling and shit.
Okay, but he was still emotional. It was still wrecking him emotionally.
Yeah.
Okay, so that, because I can't really say it because I didn't follow it like that. I just remember they saying something was a misunderstanding with the garage and the rope wasn't tied; it was just hanging there and something.
And the thing had been there for months. So you mean to tell me you've been in and out your garage and it's been in there for months? Do you understand what this is the crazy shit I'm talking about. It's like, well, come on. You knew the rope was in there for months.
Oh, so it was just hanging there.
No, it's been there for months. It wasn't like he was just like he came in one day and put the light on and there was a noose on top of his car. Like that rope had been there. Nobody had moved it. Nobody had touched it. It'd been there.
But didn't he just get assigned that garage though? The rope was there, but he just got assigned that garage because they knew it was gonna be his garage.
Oh, now we're getting this semantics. Now I gotta Google it now. You know what I mean? Like,
oh man, I'm just fucking talking sports. To be honest, that happens in sports. It's NASCAR.
It is what it is. I mean, it's just you know.
That's something that I mean. I'm into that. That's something that would bother the hell out of me.
It happened in sports. So I brought it up. I don't know. It is what it is.
No, I'm not saying like we shouldn't be talking about it. It's just like, come on, like let's talk about the facts of it. The feds are the ones that said that the rope had been there for months.
Yeah, because they
so now all of a sudden he was just assigned something, like, huh?
They did an investigation into that, right? You said the federal.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing came of it. That rope had been there. So now we're gonna sit here and regurgitate the shit now. The shit happened last year. We're gonna regurgitate it now and then have a conversation. Now you're upset about it, but you knew it was there. That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe there was a cross up there.
I don't know, man.
Okay. Sorry, I brought it up.
No.
Why are you upset for it? It's not upset with you. You brought it up. It's a conversation.
Well, he's with the topic, obviously.
That's all I'm saying. It's a conversation piece. It's just, you know, I just, you know, it's gotten outlandish. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like every time we turn around, there's somebody coming out their face and, well, they're racist towards me. Like at what point it's like, you know, the Marcus Stroman really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, come on,
yeah,
bro.
we were going back to Marcus Stroman about that. Yeah, that's what it is,
you know
Jared. He's not upset with you. He's upset.
No, you can bring up whatever you want to bring up.
Right,
the problem is the conversation is just like you have a lot of these now. It's, you know what I'm saying. It's different when it was Colin Kaepernick. It was just him.
Okay,
he's the one going against the system.
Yes,
so
he got it going.
And now you have everybody else and their mother coming out and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, he said something derogatory towards me. Or this organization was racist towards me. But you got paid though, right? You was one of the premier pitchers all year, right?
And a month prior to this, he was on Twitter talking about how much he loves the Mets.
He wanted to stay.
He calls him Uncle Stevie. Uncle Stevie, I want to stay with the Mets, this and this. And then as soon as the Mets get Scherzer, now he's upset. Dude, I could understand if we replaced you with Oliver Perez. We replaced you with Max Scherzer. You know what I mean?
Jared,
like,
like Jared, it ain't against you. It's not against you. It's just the story itself.
Right.
That's just, I feel like it's just the point that it's becoming self-destructive, and you have to really think about it. Where it's like, you know what I mean? If us as black people, we're sitting here and constantly like, well, we play for racist organizations, or we racist corporations, or we do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a constant like battle where it's like it's the headline that sticks in your head where, yo, like you're only supposed to be doing this when we do a lot more than that in this world. At one point the narrative has to change, just like the narrative has to change, you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying like they should be like they shouldn't have expected anything different, right?
What do you mean? No. What do you mean?
Like,
explain.
They shouldn't have been surprised, like with the news thing. Like, he's in a white sport.
It's not about being surprised. You do what you need to do, and you do your due diligence and get the authorities involved. And if there's something that comes of it, there's something that comes of it. If there's nothing that comes of it, there's nothing that comes of it. But at one point, we have to sit here and acknowledge the fact that there's a lot of people that are a different color than us. You know what I'm saying? You included in our side of the, if you want to quote unquote fight. I don't think it's a fight, but there's a lot of people out there that we've known since the beginning of time, they don't like us. So why are we still acting appalled like they don't like us? Mm-hmm. These are the people that they were told that they had to let us free. They had to be told to let us be free.
It had to be a war.
They had to be told to let us be able to read and write and all these other things and be able to vote. They had to be told these things. So why would I expect anything less from them? It's not all of them, but you know what I'm saying? You know the difference between somebody that has malicious intent against you because of the color of your skin and another white person that doesn't have any malicious intent because of the color of your skin. So to our viewers, I don't want people to think I'm generalizing all people in one group. I'm not.
Right.
But there's a section of white folks that absolutely believe that I'm inferior, that believe that you, Jared, are inferior, that they believe Phil's inferior, that they think you, Delk, is inferior. There's some that believe my wife is inferior because she's Italian.
Yep, yeah, because remember the Irish and Italian were hated on too.
Narrative that has existed. It's a narrative that has existed since the beginning of time. So why are I don't understand. Like we're still getting appalled and letting them win.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I did think about that too, though.
Included in the narrative. You understand?
Yeah, because I did think about that when I was watching I watched like the beginning of the Daytona 500, and then when they brought it up out of nowhere, it was like a 5-minute, pre thing where he was sitting down talking about it, and I was like, why are they bringing this up now? Like, I mean, I did think about that. I was like, it happened last year.
When I brought it up last week.
I think they brought it up because he's like one of the main racers. He's been doing good this year, and so they were talking
I like him.
He's competitive.
Oh, he's a good dude. He's a good racer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an elite driver.
And he got second place.
But I mean, like I said, it's saying the same thing. What I say last week, Phil, when we were talking about the Super Bowl. What? I was like, when you said, like, yo, why would they even bring this up? Like, we just said just trying to watch the game.
Oh, but with Eminem.
I was saying, like, the kneel.
Like, why is
Eminem
kneeling and stuff right now? Like, we're just trying to enjoy the show. Mm-hmm. Like, why is this even a thing?
And we're enjoying the fact that, like, it's all black or
it's
like
from our era. We grew up in that time.
Halftime show.
Right.
That was for us, LA. Bro. That's for us. So why Eminem is stepping out of the zone to sit there and kneel and to bring something up when the changes that we want are already happening? Let them develop and happening. We have an all black halftime show. There's no need
But
to
then it
talk
got
about the
weird.
knee right now.
Maybe he did it because he's white, so he's like, I'm gonna take a knee because it is Black History Month, so I'm gonna take a knee. I'll do that.
That, and then it supposedly it was an honor. It was a like a thing to Tupac to like praise him. It was
I don't
was
think
not
Tupac
the time.
would ever have liked Eminem. I'll be honest with you. I don't think
You never liked Eminem?
I said I don't think Tupac would have ever liked Eminem to begin
no.
with.
No, I don't believe
We had
so
this
either.
conversation last week too.
Yes, we did.
I don't think Pac would have aligned him because Pac didn't align himself with Dre. Pac fell out with Snoop because they weren't on that type of time. Pac was a revolutionary, and this is where I'm going to kiss your ass, Jeb, today. Pac was a revolutionary, where Dre is not a revolutionary.
No.
Snoop is not a revolutionary.
Hell no.
Dre's about his money and about his business. And I can respect that. I can respect that.
He's
but
the
when
GOAT.
you're sitting here
He's the GOAT.
and you doing like California Love and you're doing these other songs that you did with Tupac, you knowing damn well Pac was not, you guys weren't made from the same cloth at all. You're not built from the same fabric. And it's like I find it distasteful. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. You know? I believe
that though, real quick.
Agree. Go ahead.
Let's say, speaking of that, who else would you guys consider a revolutionary in rap? Public Enemy
KRS-One. KRS-One.
Yeah, okay.
Talib Kweli, Mos Def.
They talk about a lot, but they're not revolutionaries. Pac actually was trying to put things into action. And if anybody was willing to put anything into action, it's with the people that he met with. And that's Wu-Tang. Yeah. And that is Black Moon.
Because Tupac was out there doing speeches and stuff.
Buckshot.
Like him and Buckshot were going to do an album together.
Yeah, the One Nation.
The One Nation thing. So like people were starting to get hip to the idea. But like a lot of those, you know what I mean? That's the sad part about like this music thing. Anybody can sit there and like, I'm a revolutionary, but it's like the people that are the real revolutionaries are dead. Nipsey, dead. Pac, dead. You know what I'm saying? People that were making very proactive changes in the minds and in the pockets of Black people and people that were marginalized or disenfranchised. Not just Black people, but, you know, us. Let's just call it that. That's us.
The urban community.
It's not a segregation of Black people and especially Blacks and Mexicans in LA. There should be even way more or less, you know, even though there is a little bit of divide from just gang tension and shit like that. But I mean, we're in the same boat. Mexicans and Black people are in the same boat. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm both. So, I mean, like, I have Mexican in me. So, I'm, you know, I guess, whatever.
Orderly.
But so get back to the Super Bowl though. Did you guys think that was the best halftime show ever?
Yes, in my opinion, because I enjoyed it the most. Because those are all my favorite rappers and stuff. So
they tricked me a couple times because you guys hear about the Tupac hologram rumors?
No.
Yeah.
There was rumors coming out the week leading up to Super Bowl, so I was like, damn, that'd be badass. And then when they started playing Two of America's Most Wanted, because that's not Dr. Dre's song.
No, that's Snoop and him.
Yeah. So I was like, oh shit, he's about to come out. The hologram. Then Dr. Dre started doing it. I'm like, and then when Dr. Dre sat down on the piano, he started playing I Ain't Mad at You. I was like, oh shit. And he didn't come out.
But that's when Eminem kneeled, right? When he started playing that. I Ain't Mad at You.
Yeah, they kept teasing me. I was like, it was cool though. I liked it. But
it was cool. I really enjoyed it. And then you mixed in some East Coast there, 50 Cent hanging backwards, upside down and everything. You had Mary J was there. All out of breath. He became what did Corey say? He became $500 or whatever. In the comment, remember he was like he went from 50 cents to $500 bill. That dude's huge now. But yeah,
I don't think he's not really that fat though, man. To be honest, he's pretty good shape. His head just a little bit bigger, but he still looked pretty fit.
He got the bonds going on. The head is huge, and the rest of the body's not.
I think the thing that made it look funny is when he was upside down, his face was looking all like it was about to blow up. So you think old, you can't be hanging upside down.
No.
So you think it's the best halftime show?
Compared to the recent ones, yeah.
I think it was the best, and Prince, his was pretty good. Michael Jackson back in the day.
Because what was the weekend? The one prior, that was the worst one I've ever seen. That shit was god awful.
The Coldplay one, remember the Coldplay one?
Oh, that was awful. The Janet Jackson with Timberlake, we had a little show with the nipples or whatever. Other than that shit was horrible.
Oh yeah. That was planned. Remember, because she had like a little star attached to her nipple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was planned out.
But that, you know what it is? It was related to me. When I was watching it, it was my era, our era. We watched that growing up. So for me, I was all eyes on the TV during that halftime show. That's something we grew up with.
Yeah, I got tunnel vision because I was sitting off to the side of the TV, so I was looking at it and I was watching the whole thing. And once it ended, I got up and I was like, "Oh shit!" Oh, it was weird.
Woozy. I had the hot wings with the beer and stuff. It was cool. It was cool. Ron didn't make it. Ron was spoken for.
I fell asleep.
He was spoken for at that moment, so he didn't make it.
Oh, you were supposed to go to Phil's or what?
Yeah, he was supposed to. No, we had a birthday for my brother-in-law. My sister does it every year now. It's tradition. We have a Super Bowl party and my brother-in-law's birthday party at the same time.
You went?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I was there.
How'd you get there? You said we weren't going. I thought
Udelka took off. I told you guys that in the chat, though.
Time is spoken for.
Wait, so you didn't watch the game, Ron? You fell asleep?
I watched the game. I just fell asleep during the halftime show.
Oh.
Blasphemy. You know what the thing is, though? My whole thing was, it was not to get off the topic and nothing like that. It's on topic for the Super Bowl show. My only thing was, why was it so Tupac-eccentric? That was the only problem I had with it, was the Tupac. It was Tupac-eccentric. Like Dr. Dre and them, first of all, they had a bad relationship at the end. And then second of all, it just didn't go well because Snoop didn't have. It was just strange for me. I didn't. But the show was beautiful. The songs.
Wait, you don't think that you talking about like the theme and stuff?
Yeah, like first of all, you could have just went nothing but a G thing and all of that. You didn't have to play "I Ain't Mad at You" on the piano. Like, what did that have to do with? Well, you know what I mean? It's like
and he only played it for like legit 4 seconds.
Yeah, what are you doing? Two of America's Most for? First of all, Tupac couldn't stand Dre and Snoop at the end. It was like,
well, I think didn't they say they did the piano and Two of America's Most Wanted because they were supposed to have a Tupac hologram, but the lighting was too bright.
That's what I was gonna say. It seems like that was the plan.
Pay him a homage a little bit,
right?
But they did it at Coachella.
Yeah, they did it at Coachella, but it was dark.
Yeah. Nighttime.
Like my thing is like, what is that all about? Like you have enough content there for you guys. You could have brought the East Siders out, Trey D and them or something. You know what I mean? Like, and Tupac's not from LA, so it was like an LA thing. Like you didn't have to mention him. You didn't have to force feed Tupac on us for that one time. You know what I mean?
From LA, Mary J. Blige, she from LA?
No, where's Mary J?
Brooklyn? But I guess they're alive though. I get what you're saying. They're still alive.
You know what I mean? Like to me, it was just like we were force fed. Yeah, we understand Tupac's associated with Dr. Dre. We understand that, but like that's the only thing. And I told Ron that at the time. I was like, that's the problem I had was like very Tupac eccentric. Like I wasn't feeling it that part. Other than that, it was beautiful. But don't get me wrong. When I heard that, I love "I Ain't Mad at You." It's like my favorite Tupac song. So I like Tupac. Don't get me wrong. I'd be bumping. I play Tupac more than I play Biggie. That's the thing, because I like West Coast style. I like the West Coast beats and stuff. You know, remember Dre behind the scenes doing everything. So I listen to Tupac more than I listen to Biggie. So it's not like I don't like Tupac. That's the whole thing. But it's like we're celebrating like the culture, the LA stuff. It's like just leave that alone. Like he didn't have a good relationship with them at the end. Just leave it alone. Like Tupac, for me, Tupac was there. Like I didn't even like these two guys. I don't know, but
yeah, they had a falling out towards the end. But I mean,
let's
been dead for over 25 years now, so they're like,
I guess let bygones be bygones type of situation. Yeah. Then you know what though? Then pay homage to Eazy-E. What about that? Why don't we pay homage to the great Eazy-E? Why are we bringing up Tupac? That's my whole thing. Let's talk about Easy. What about, because without Easy, there's none of them. So
what about Cube?
Cube, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Ice Cube and
Eazy-E is completely left off. But you're gonna kneel down and cry for Tupac, bro? Let's get our priorities straight there.
Well, I don't think it's very fair that Eminem gets to, I have my qualms about the whole situation.
Right, and why him?
He's not even from the West Coast. I get it.
But so you're saying just because they brought up Tupac, they should have brought up everybody, like mentioned everybody, just because they mentioned Tupac.
Why not? You could have done a. They could have. You could have done a medley. You could have done it all. You could have had Cypress Hill there in a certain regard. Like Cypress Hill could have done Rockstar. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Like why wasn't this? Now you say that. Like now I'm thinking like why was Eminem there? Because Aftermath?
This is the stuff that goes on in here. Like for me, I'm such a West Coast guy when it comes to music.
I didn't even think about any of this. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my mind works different. Like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, where's Eazy-E? I mean, he is the godfather of West Coast rap. There's no West Coast rap if Eazy is not around. Like it just Tupac was in Brooklyn.
If you had those four mainstays, you had Dre, Snoop. Let's say you have Dre, Snoop, Cube, do like a NWA tribute,
and bring Little Easy out to represent Eazy.
And then you have a Cypress Hill thing.
Cypress Hill, right?
Easily a good 15 to 20 minute halftime show.
And right. Like for me, I'm from New York.
I see your point.
50 shouldn't have been there. 50 Mary J.
I don't even think Mary J. should have been there.
Right. Like
Mary J. was kind of like I didn't understand that either. So
because they're from New York, why are we there? That's let them have their thing.
It should have been an exclusive like LA based party.
I completely agree. And they was looking wild and everything. Mary J was looking good though, but still, they was the 50s was all out of breath and stuff. Like it just let that be there. That was a West Coast thing. Let them have their moment. Yeah, and I love West Coast hip hop, so I was celebrating.
I'm not saying to bring out DJ Quick and MC8 and everybody. I mean, you got to do everybody.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
But to sit there and act like.
So back a couple years when they played Coldplay, they should have had some other artists out there because Coldplay didn't make sense.
No, there's some things that just didn't make sense about the whole situation.
No, because you know what? It's different. Like what I was talking about last week. Like you have other shows that really didn't have like the elements were just there to just be there. Like it wasn't a cohesive idea. Like you have the Super Bowl in LA, the Rams are playing, and you have a West Coast specific based halftime show.
Right.
And a lot of legends were left. Not like a lot of legends, but the main like icons, like Cube is an icon. Ice Cube is an icon. Cypress Hill, like Be Real is an icon. Eazy-E is an icon. So why weren't they?
I agree. I agree with that. I mean,
if you're gonna go all the way, go all the way.
We're helping. Yeah, like I get what Jared. I get it. Like I'm just saying, like where's okay? So if they did like a vote. But then again, what did Dress said? Dress said you have to just kneel every time you talk about Tupac. You have to praise the man, otherwise.
I watched that whole damn video that night.
That was a good video.
I watched the whole 24 minutes.
See, I didn't watch the whole thing.
That dude just sounded like a straight up hater from the beginning.
Who?
He asked some DMX or Tupac, and he didn't mention DMX at all, and he went on a big old rant about Tupac.
Because he was there. Like Dress on Black Sheep.
I don't know what
you're talking. All he had to say is he doesn't like Tupac, but he went on a huge rant.
They asked Dress on Drink Champs, DMX or Tupac, and Dress went into a little tirade about a situation he had with Tupac in Brooklyn or whatever, that they were doing a show. No, in Jamaica, Queens. So, the best borough. And they were going on about how Tupac it was Biggie and Tupac were headlining the performances, and Dress had a group called what was their name? Something. And Dress, he was promoting this group, and Tupac said nah, because there was a lot of dudes there at the time and everything. Tupac was nervous. He wanted to jump on with Biggie. He said, I'm jumping on with Biggie because I don't like the way the crowd's going on in here. And Dress said, dude, if you do that, once the performance is over, everyone's gonna leave, and then my group, no one's gonna listen to them. And Tupac he called it that he was being bitchy about it. And Tupac went on and performed with Biggie anyway. And then after that, he went into the back and he was like, yo, what's wrong with you, dude? You talk about you're so tough and all this stuff, but you're scared to perform. This is New York. And he said Stretch was there. The Live Squad was there. Everybody was there. He said, so why are you worried about it? He just was talking about that, like the running he had with Tupac. But I think the issue is Jared talking about, though, where he said cups are tougher than Tupac or something like that. I didn't see that. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Well, we gotta look at like the nuance of the situation. What does Dres know
Dress
now? Yeah, what does he know? Nothing.
engine. No, he just engine number
But you gotta
He just
remember at the
based
same
his
time.
whole thing off that one night.
But you're,
that
but
one
you're
night,
talking-
right?
Tupac off that one night.
But at the same time, you're talking about a time where Pac didn't do a show. Remember, Stretch died.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember, like, there's a lot of stuff that was going on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about.
And he kind of tapped us into that.
led up to him being robbed and shot in the first place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for somebody like Dres that has no ties to anything that was going on, where Pac was involved with a lot of different people and Biggie was involved with a lot of different people, and they were all dangerous people.
But see,
And
that's
you
what
don't
he's
feel
saying,
comfortable
though.
doing the show. You don't feel comfortable doing the show. So of course the outside is gonna look at you and be like, oh,
No, but
you
that's
just
what
scared.
he's saying. That he grew up, because Dress is saying he grew up with all those dudes, and that Stretching them
I
were
don't
there.
wanna hear that. That don't mean
So
nothing.
he's like,
though.
he said they were all there. So he's telling Tupac, "Why are you scared if your whole squad?"
Because
is
remember,
there?
he said all that, and then the other dude came out of the back. He's like, "Wait, before you get going, don't forget that there was a bunch of fights happening in the
Right.
crowd.
See, there was
man.
a guy in
There
the
was balls
stands.
and stuff."
Right,
So
and
don't
he
leave that part
defended
out.
Tupac. Yeah, he defended Tupac because the guy in the stands came out of left field. He's like, wait a second. He said, I have
Yeah.
to say this. He said there was a lot of stuff going on prior to that.
Yeah, it was like
He
a
said,
rowdy,
you left that out.
like fights and brawls out there.
He said there was like a couple of fights and stuff. He said, so I don't want to just put it all on Tupac. He's like, you do have to mention the crowd was rowdy.
I'm not even gonna put it on Tupac.
Right. I don't put it on him either.
Like, come on, who's Dre? You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. When I watched the whole video, I was
That's
like, I
like
just watched this
Q-Tip
whole video about this
somebody-
fucking dumbass dude.
Like that's like Q-Tip calling somebody soft. Like, whoa, stop it.
Q-Tip. Do you know that Ab
Even-
Jackson really sold on Ice? The character is a man, never ever on my. Yeah, have
But
some
you know,
respect.
Q-Tip isn't he's not a person to throw somebody under the bus like that, especially a man
Nah.
that can't tell his side of
And
the story.
Tupac sunned him anyway. Tupac sunned him at the award show, didn't he? He's like, give me the mic. Fuck out of here. And Tupac, Q-Tip was crying in the back, remember? Yeah, so no, I'm on Tupac's side with that too.
Yeah, that was.
But this all ties into the Super Bowl show. It was just really, it was great. I enjoyed it. I was rapping to it. I was lip syncing the lyrics. It was nice. And then the Super Bowl was great too. It was a good
Yeah,
game.
it was a good game. Mhm.
Right? It was a good game. And after the game, coming home, I told you, Duck, in the car, I said, I know someone who's upset about this game is Jarrett. I was like, there's no doubt about it. He was going.
No, I wasn't even that mad, honestly. I was
going for the Bengals too. So
no, I was going for the Bengals, but once it was over, I was like, it was a good game. I don't care.
it was.
We
It was
we
an
lost to the
excellent game.
best.
I felt like we got cheap out a little. I wanted to go to overtime so bad. I feel like we got like cheaped at the end or something. Like I thought the game ended sooner than it should have.
It was a fast game.
What game?
The Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. It was like
Yeah,
it seemed fast.
And Odell getting hurt really took like the wind out of everybody because we were rooting for Odell. So
Whatever happened with that injury? What was his diagnosis?
I think
ACL.
it's a torn ACL, right?
Oh
Yeah, he's
shit!
done. Yeah.
So he's probably done now for next year too. And he's
Damn,
getting
yeah.
old already. He's what,
Man,
30?
it's about, he can walk away from the game. I'm not supposed.
That's
He got
crazy.
a Super Bowl ring now, so
He's a star.
he just
You know
had a
what I'm saying?
baby.
Like,
He
he's on
lives out in
top of the
LA.
Did you ever get that
Yeah.
that jersey, Ron? Did you ever get the jersey?
I'm gonna go buy one. Yeah, I'm not done yet.
You got what, the
I
Rams one or
got
Giants one?
I have a video that I've been funding, so that I'm shooting next week. So.
Well, you gonna get a Rams Beckham or a Giants Beckham?
Shit, I might buy both, bro. I don't know. That Rams jersey's kind of fly.
I like it. Well, you could do the half and half. Remember, you get the half Giants, half Rams. That'd be all right. That'd be all right. That'd be all right. All right. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get you a Jimmy G jersey though too. Well, we just talked about Jimmy G on the phone, weren't we? Oh yeah. We were. Yeah. Jimmy. Skip Bayless says Jimmy Gag.
Jimmy
I said, what?
Skip Bayless called from Jimmy Gag.
Yeah,
He
I
said
don't know.
Jimmy gagged again.
This will be interesting next year with our starting quarterback.
You know what? I think you guys are gonna get Tom Brady. I really do.
I'm not saying Tom Brady, but it's either going to be Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers.
Or yeah, I agree with that. It's gonna be Brady, Rodgers, or you're just gonna go with Trey Lance. It's gonna be one of those three.
Because just last week they started talking about, I guess, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. They started saying how Trey Lance, he's not ready like they thought.
Came from a small school.
But then the next day, a video gets leaked on the internet of him at practice, and he's throwing the craziest dimes you'd ever see.
He was slinging it. Spiral.
Like, the day before that, they had just said he wasn't ready yet. So
Trey
that's
Lance.
why they might keep Jimmy G. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
Because he was slinging it.
Mm-hmm.
In that practice video I seen, he was putting that shit on.
Yeah, he was doing like Patrick Mahomes stuff of like 3 years ago.
He looked good. He looked good, Trey Lance. I think he's a good player. I mean, but he come from a small school, so I guess he's not ready yet. But it's going to be one of those three. It's going to be him, Rodgers, or Brady is going to be your quarterback. But I am leaning towards Brady being your quarterback next year. I mean,
you think Tom Brady's coming back?
Yes, I think he's coming back, and I think he's going to play for the 49ers. I really do.
I think it'll be Rodgers more. If there's a chance of any of those two, I think it's Rodgers more. I would think that. I mean, Tom Brady, he'd come back and do good for us, but Rodgers with this team, we go to the Super Bowl, I think. You know what I mean?
Shout out to my man Chris. He just shared the thing that's on what's his name's son from Kid and Play. He's always promoting our show. Thanks a lot, my brother.
Where are you seeing these comments at? I don't see them.
Go to the live stream on Facebook. Click the thing.
How come that don't they usually pop up on the side? Right here?
From YouTube. For some reason, we run into something on Facebook where it's not posting there.
Oh shit.
That's why I told Corey, I said, Corey, if you're gonna go, if you interact with us more, join our YouTube thing. But Chris Martin, he just shared, he's always
you guys have a YouTube channel for the this, that, and the third?
No, we spoke about that yesterday. We have to make one.
Oh, and also you guys got t-shirts?
No, that was just a stock.
I don't know where the fuck you found that shit at, man.
I saw that, like, damn, they already got memorabilia.
Yeah, Jared's like, damn, they don't put this much love into the
I know.
show.
I was like, where's the t-shirt? I was like, where's the t-shirt? So.
Yeah, Jared's like, God damn, they don't put this much love into the main shit. Like, this is the main show right here.
I saw it on the first episode last week. I was like, damn, the first episode they already got merchandise.
Did you watch, like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, last week I didn't. I tuned in for a second, then I had to do something. But then was it yesterday? I watched for a little bit, and you guys were talking about Ukraine and stuff.
Yeah, you know. Mm-hmm. We expected you to like hit us with some graphics or whatever. Like, there was nothing going on. There was nothing but white noise on the other side.
No, I was busy yesterday.
During wartime, you're gonna be busy? It's blasphemous, bro.
No, just like Ron said, we ain't going to war. That's what he said yesterday, and I agree. I hope it doesn't come to World War III.
I just want my technology. I don't want this shit to fuck up like my goods. I want food. I don't want war because I don't want my life disturbed. Everything is going smooth right now.
Especially just because the dude went crazy and wanted to take over Ukraine for no damn reason.
Just power trip, like Ron said, just a power trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's just a power trip.
If you get into some crazy stuff, and China's their ally, they got missiles that could reach California, but not you guys. So you guys would be all right, but I wouldn't.
They wouldn't bomb us anyways.
No.
We have the UN. They wouldn't do that.
Who, Russia and China?
Nobody. I don't think anybody would. Maybe North Korea would be crazy to try it, but you can't do that.
And now you don't hear nothing come from there. Everything's all good on that end.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, they quiet. They powerful. They're just like, you know what?
And what did Putin say today? He said something about be on edge or to be on alert for nuclear war or something like that. He was saying.
I saw something like that.
Like 4 hours ago, he was like, yeah, like be on alert for some nuclear stuff.
Bro, chill out, man.
Something.
I'm telling you, Ron is nonchalant about this whole situation, but I'm a little concerned. So
I'm trying to be nonchalant about it.
We have new anti-nuclear weaponry, man.
So how does that work? Like, if there's anything in our airspace that's foreign,
it's like the Gaza Strip, right? You know how they have the dome? the Terror Dome or whatever the fuck that thing is called.
The Terror Dome.
We got the same thing here. It's just we've never had to use it.
What does it do?
They just shoot missiles out of the sky, and whatever it affects is just the sky.
You know what?
See,
that's what some
problem.
people say they did in Hawaii a couple years ago. Remember a couple years ago in Hawaii when all those people in Hawaii got the notification saying take cover. North Korea just launched a missile over here.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
They were on a boat out there on a charter boat. They said they saw a fucking missile coming and it got hit and blew up.
Yeah. And I was telling Ron last night on the show that image, the video you see of Ukraine anti-missiles shooting down the Russian missiles, that was actually from a video game that turned out to be video game footage, not real footage.
Mm-hmm.
But the image of the video of the car being trampled and stuff, that shit is real.
Yeah.
The guy, that old man actually survived though. That's the craziest.
Are you serious?
They were able to pull him out. Yeah, it was an old dude too. Those dudes, they built different, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, the way they just turned too. They were like, "Nah, run that over." And the guy just turned that thing on a dime, and he was like, it just ran. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but like, it's just funny. We're just doing what they.
He was
doing.
like, they're like, you know what? Let's just run that shit
somebody
over.
was like, "Yo, check that out!" Like, the man was like, "Yo," he just turned it. It was like.
You can't even do that in a video game. He was able to do that shit in real life. The way he was able to spin on a dime like that, yo,
he turned that thing like it was a Ferrari, bro.
He was like, but the guy, he was like, and it was a bad situation.
And then he parked on him too for a while to try to make sure he was crushed.
Yeah, he just was posted up on him, and then he rolled out. But the guy was actually still alive.
He reversed back over. He rolled over and stopped, and then he went back over him in reverse.
Right. He was just up there like. And he pulled back, and the guy was actually alive. That's why I'm laughing about it, is because the guy survived. Now the guy passed away. That's a whole different situation. But there's always a spin. Like now they posted pictures like, oh, look how loving the Ukrainians are because they bring their dogs over to like, dude, like there's more serious shit going on than the dog being able to survive. Whatever.
Yeah.
I just going on.
Well, there's like some videos of Russian soldiers surrendering and putting their guns down, and because they don't want to fight and stuff. Because they have a lot of family in Ukraine too. A lot of the soldiers, I bet.
And then I see today, didn't they take over Chernobyl? They took Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, and since I guess they were all over there with their
they took that over on Friday.
Vehicles. They brought up fucking old radiation from the soil.
All the radiation's starting to come back.
Yeah.
Because they're rolling over the soil, so now all this shit is getting.
It's not old radiation; it's just radiation.
It's just
that's true. Yeah,
it don't expire.
Nah,
it doesn't. That's why they have to put it in freaking metal capsules and stuff and bury it.
That thing's gonna take for that place to become like radiation free. It's gonna take over 1,000 years. It's gonna take a millennium.
And there's nothing we can do technology wise, anything to get that out of there. It's just gonna sit there.
Bro, they had to build like a big metal and concrete plate underneath it because it was essentially going to like eat its way through the earth. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, radiation's crazy, man.
That shit.
They had to encapsulate it. They built like a thing over the core, the exposed core, and then they built another thing over that thing, and then they built a big like factory, like what do you call those things, like an airplane hangar. They had to build a giant one over the two other shields or whatever, and then they had to build something underneath the core because the core is eventually going to eat its way down through the planet, so they had to build that underneath it to stop it.
Because even that airplane hangar thing, that is coated with like metal shield as well, like everything's coated.
Yeah
that's
Radiation has a half-life.
I'm sorry, I don't get the point. What's a half-life?
Yeah, I was watching
Half-Life. Yeah, Half-Life. Yep.
How long is that?
I'll be right back.
Wait, we have the executive producer coming with the notes. Give her a second. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Get to the bottom of the investigation.
Bottom of the investigation. No, I mean.
After 7 half-lives, you will have less than 1% of the original amount of radiation.
Why don't you come over here and say that? You don't have to get in front of the camera so people can hear you. I can't repeat all that. I'm smart, but not that smart.
After 7 half-lives, you will have less than 1% of the original amount of radiation.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, there's a thing called Half-Life. Yeah, like the
So
video game.
it's
Yeah.
still
Where
gonna
they
take a
go
long
to the
time.
radiation and all of that, and
Mhm.
You're talking about an entire nuclear core exposed.
like, didn't they find deers and stuff over there that have 2 heads and from all
Well,
the
no,
radiation?
They had to go slaughter everything.
Yeah,
Anything and everything that was in distance. Because with
yeah.
people they stayed relatively close. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people when they left their animals, they left their pets. So anything that was in the
Close quarters.
perimeter of like what they thought. But I mean, it didn't matter because we got that here. Some of the radiation came here because the radiation went into the clouds and went into the jet stream, and it got spread everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, I saw this thing the other day. I forget, it was on
It's
YouTube, I
even
think.
longer. Sorry, it'll take about 20,000 years
Oh shit.
Damn.
for the radiation to break down. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
I forgot.
I've been drinking a lot of
Pripyat.
water.
Pripyat. It'll be habitable. The town by Chernobyl will be habitable again in about 20,000 years.
We probably won't be back. We'll be gone by then.
What do you mean? That's 20,000 years. The human race might be gone by then.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, you.
Or at least on a different planet. At least on a different planet.
That's crazy. But we have that situation here.
No, yeah, I seen this video the other day of a guy. He used to like go steal metal in like abandoned yards and stuff, and he would recycle it for money. And he found a bunker full of a bunch of metal casings and big metal barrels. It was underground, and he thought he could steal the metal. And he was trying to take one of the barrels, and it fell over, and like the metal cap fell off, and he got shit on him. So he grabbed the cap, took off running. He was gonna take the cap to go recycle, get money. It was just a little cap, tiniest cap. Then it freaking killed him about 2 weeks later. And then within like the next couple of months, his grandma died and his son lost his hands because that little thing he had radiation, and he put it in his pocket when he took off running. It almost wiped out his whole family. Just a little fucking thing.
It's bro. I mean, nuclear. My grandfather was in Hiroshima after they bombed it.
Like during, or you mean after?
After, not during. He was after because they went and surveyed like the damage, and they didn't really know how much. Like after, like Japan had kind of, they was like waving the white flag and all that. Like my grandfather was one of the ships that were docked at Hiroshima, so they could see like what all they did.
Yeah.
So he was exposed to it. It wasn't nearly as bad, but I mean, it had its consequences because they had 2 sons. My grandparents had 2 sons that didn't. They, you know what I mean. All the other children were healthy, but the 2 sons, for some reason, like they were born. I don't know how it affected them, just solely them, but they ended up living, like one lived for like 2-3 years and the other one didn't live long at all, maybe 8-9 months.
Who's that rapper? The white dude. Remember, his father was in Vietnam and he was exposed to that Agent Orange, and all his other siblings all came out.
Oh, R.A. the Rugged Man?
Yes, R.A. the Rugged Man, yes. So his father was in Vietnam, exposed to Agent Orange, and I think he's the only one that came out normal, right? The rest of his siblings all came out like paralyzed.
I don't know.
And they all passed away at young ages, because of the Agent Orange. Blaming it. Yeah.
I mean, war has its effects, man, especially like nuclear war. Like,
yeah, you guys seen the interviews with like the old people from that survived Nagasaki and Hiroshima? Their ribs are so fragile they can't sneeze or cough. If
really?
they do, it'll blow their rib cage open.
Holy crap!
I mean, they can, but they have to like try to control it because if they sneeze and cough, it'll blow them up like their ribs.
That shit is that the exposure to radiation is no joke, man. You see that some of the concrete still has the shadows burnt into them, right? Where the people literally evaporated. That's incredible. I mean, wars are
well, the things that we've built, man. Like,
right.
We do some crazy things, man, and like, yo, bro, like that thing, the nuclear, the hydrogen bomb, atom bomb, whatever you want to call it. That was a bad idea.
And that's on us. That's on us right there.
And that's why I think, well, I mean, it's on us, but I mean, really, it's Germans. You gotta remember, though, a lot of those were German physicists that worked for the Nazis that defected, and we got them, and then they're the ones that was the brainstorm and architects of that bomb.
Yeah, we took a lot of the Nazi scientists, and we took them, and they were working for us.
The crazy thing is the Nazis had. I'm not condoning like their behavior at all, but like they were very ahead of their time.
Yeah,
like, they built like the stealth fighter before the stealth fighter was even like in existence. Like they had already had the blueprints for it. Like they had already kind of figured out how they were gonna, like, you know what I mean, that couldn't be caught on radar or whatever. Like, they were ahead as far as like technology, and we're lucky to get the physicists that we got from them. Because if we didn't, it might be a whole different ballgame.
It's the same way, like, on a lighter note, is what I was saying. It's similar to what I was saying earlier. Without the Nazis, we don't have some of the stuff we have now. Without Eazy-E, you don't have that halftime show.
You gonna fight that one to the death, aren't you?
Come on, man.
No, me and James, we've talked about that a couple times too. Like, how come Eazy-E doesn't get recognition?
Yeah, he's like he was like not important or something, and everyone was shitting on him. That's always what rubbed me the wrong way. That whole situation. I never liked it.
I think it's out of sight, out of mind. He's been gone for so long.
Yeah.
But the people that are supposed to carry his flag, you know, like Dre, I feel like Dre's too self-absorbed, bro.
Look how they had him in Straight Outta Compton. He was crying. He was selling weed. He had to downgrade the house. They said that never happened. None of that took place.
What was Eazy-E?
Yeah. Then he's looking at the billboard of the Chronic, and he's crying in the car driving down Hollywood Boulevard, and that come on, bro. Have some more respect for him.
I believe in the instance of, like, listen, it's okay to cry. But like,
he was getting paid for the Chronic, though.
But I look at it in
he was crying to happiness.
But that's your man. That's supposed to be your man, and your man disregards you and goes and works with. And I mean, who's to say? I mean, like, whatever the story goes, that Suge might have given him the HIV,
the HIV that keeps on giving.
Because I mean, think about it, bro. Like, he didn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody else was infected from him.
Just him.
Him being promiscuous or whatever.
Yep.
And sleeping around, and it escalated into full-blown AIDS within like a matter
like that
like
fast.
That. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of sketchy.
He's at a Republican dinner, and then 3 weeks later, he's dead of AIDS. Like, it just doesn't work like that. So it was like that's something was up there, but it's like
how come it happened to him like that, but not Magic Johnson?
Yeah, Magic is going on forever. They don't even have traces of it in his blood anymore.
Well, the conspiracy in that is that he might have never even had it.
Yeah,
that too. Because at the end of the day, like, say if this show blows up, right? We got all the Russians are back. Actually, Juan Swenson. So we have a Puerto Rican Russian or whatever. So Puerto now, so like, right? Say this show blows up, and say you guys have fallen out with me, and you guys billboards are plastered up all over the place, but I'm making money off of you through contracts, something like that. I'm not gonna be crying about it. I'm like, do your thing. I'm still getting. It's like I'm part of the team anyway. I'm getting paid for it. I'm getting paid for your success. I'm good. I'll miss you guys, but at the same time, you guys keep having success. I'm making money off the shit. The more the Chronic sold, the more Easy was making. So I just never understood. They always shit on him, like like he wasn't a factor. They were there because of him. That's how I look at it. Like Eazy-E has to be part of that halftime show, bro. Have someone have this dude. What's his name now? Man, the guy that's always on Vlad, Easy boy. The one that beat up the dog pound on the golf course. What's his name?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
He beat up who?
He beat up the dog pound on the golf course. Him and his brother dressed. He dressed his brother. Dressed his youngest brother. Damn, I don't remember his name.
He's a rapper too, or just like a bodyguard?
Yeah, he's a rapper. He's dressed his younger brother. He was in the diss, the Compton City G's diss with Easy, going at Dre and them. Oh my Lord. How the hell I forgot his name, yo. That's incredible to me. Let me see. Compton City G's.
Phil's out here. He knows too much.
Right?
It takes away your pride though to Google it, huh? Because you wish you would have thought of it in your head.
Yes, BG Knockout.
Oh.
BG Knockout.
Basically, what about it though?
He was knocking when he beat up the dog pound on the golf course. But have him fill in for Easy or something then. Like have Little Easy raps. Little Easy's all over Vlad TV and stuff. Bring Little Easy out to represent his father. So Ice Cube's son is able to play Ice Cube, but Little Easy's not able to play Eazy-E. Like, it just never is like that. They shit on the whole Eazy-E foundation. I hate that. That's what drives me crazy. And Dr. Dre's my favorite of all time. But you gotta recognize.
Listen, it's one thing for him to do if they were gonna do one to let his son do that, but I mean, for movies, for Hollywood, I understand if they didn't want to go with, you know what I'm saying, with Eazy-E's son, because maybe he just wasn't good enough as an actor, like being like screen testing and auditioning and all those things, whereas Cube's son might have been able to do things that Eazy-E's son couldn't do, and that's why Eazy-E's son got the role that he got, or Cube's son got the role that he got.
That's understandable.
But because it's very easy to do, you could do like ODB's son does his stuff at Wu-Tang show,
right?
But they got somebody else to do the show.
At least have him at the halftime show. Bring Little Easy out or something like you're just shitting on the whole history of the main guy.
See, that's all they had to do. You didn't even have to perform a song. You could have just brought his family out. Right,
bring his family out. I mean, they're there because of his dad. I mean, it's just, I hate that part of it. I hate it. I hate it for what it is. Like, they always try to minimize him. I hate that.
Yeah.
But there could be a lot of like street politics involved where maybe he wanted to do it and they told him, nah, you can't do that.
Because isn't his daughter kind of like really strict with his royalties and stuff?
And the daughter's always ripping Dre up and all of them up. So
yeah,
maybe that has something to do with it.
His daughter is crazy, ain't she? Like, she sued him.
I wouldn't say she's crazy. She probably just knows. She knows. See,
behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes stuff. Anybody could tell you that. Oh, that person's crazy. But at the same time, it's like Dre. Let's talk about it. Dre notoriously over time, you can see he's not a good person.
No, that's the thing. He's not a good dude, right?
Yeah, he he shot at a woman,
right?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
threw deep bonds, slapped her up, threw down the stairs.
The stuff that he's doing to his ex-wife now, like he's not a good person. So I'm sure there's stuff that they know about him, and he probably maybe like, yo, he probably came by like, yo, I want to do something for E or whatever. Like, yo, bro, you got enough nerve even coming around here even to ask that question in the first place? No.
Right. That might be true, too. Because isn't his daughter driving DoorDash? She's sleeping in the car?
Yeah, his own daughter, yeah.
Come on, like.
His own kid.
Like the
kid.
Yeah.
There's one son that he didn't even acknowledge until he was like 20.
And the son looks more like Dr. Dre than Dr. Dre looks like Dr. Dre. So that's the craziest thing about it, and he refuses to like acknowledge him.
Yeah. His
It's
daughter lives out of a car.
Driving for
homeless.
DoorDash. Yup. And that's
And he's a
Dr. Dre's
billionaire.
daughter.
That's messed up right there.
Yeah, he's a grimy dude. He's not a good dude.
And I had an argument with somebody about this where we were talking about like having kids and like having a lot of money, and it's like you don't want to spoil your kids, but at the same time you could have gave her a job. Mm-hmm. You could have given her a job and like paid her, you know what I'm saying, make her earn her money, but you could have gave her a job where she made 6 figures a year just doing something stupid.
Right, and you think about it, you don't
like
see
those people.
Like, people coming to bat for him. Like Snoop, it's like, oh, Dr. Dre is the best producer, but you don't see Snoop like, oh, Dr. Dre, that's the nicest guy ever or whatever. No, he don't look out for people. He just, I don't know. It seems like he looked out for Eminem more than he looked out for anybody else. That's how I look at it.
Look at Warren G. Warren G's is like stepbrother, right?
That's it. They grew up together. That's his stepbrother. And he didn't even put him on tour. They didn't even have a plane ticket for him to go. And then his thing is, no, I want you to do your own thing, blah, blah, blah. No, dude, you just grimy. You didn't get a ticket for the guy. Like, and then they shit on Suge Knight. But let's be honest about that shit, too. Suge Knight had their back. They were running around saying whatever they want to say about the East Coast and all that because they knew they had Suge Knight there. Why do you think Tupac had that battery in his back? Because everywhere you turn around, Suge Knight was standing behind him. So, but they shit on him too. Without Suge Knight and Eazy-E, there is no Super Bowl show West Coast style. Let's be honest. I'm a historian when it comes to hip hop. My whole thing is like recognize, pay homage to the godfather of hip hop, and that's Eazy-E and West Coast hip hop. Pay homage to that. Not whoever else. Mary J and 50 Cent had nothing to do with that whole situation. 50 Cent's from Queens and had nothing to do with nothing. So now if they had that don't even add up, because I was gonna say now if they had like Jam Master Jay, something, but that's East Coast. So yeah, I'm just some shit be going on in here sometimes. My mind be moving a million.
Nah, it should have just been a strictly West Coast like California party. You should have had Cypress. You should have Ice Cube and Dre, Snoop, and like do like a montage, a homage to Eazy-E, and then call it a day.
Yeah,
it would have been perfect, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
Not excluding, because I mean Phil talk shit, but I mean listen, Pac loved L.A. L.A. loved Pac, so
I love L.A. Remember that? To live and die in L.A.
You don't say, you know what I mean? Like you don't make Kobe synonymous with Philly, even though he's from Philly.
Yeah, and I feel, and you agree with me, we should not have a mural of Kobe Bryant outside the Barclays Center. We just should not. You agree with me, Ron, about that?
We should. Because Kobe transcends basketball. He's the face of basketball.
All right, so we'll have a Patrick Ewing mural outside the Crypto Center. All right. It would have happened.
But Patrick Ewing doesn't have an impact that Kobe does.
I don't know about that, but all right. No problem.
You really gonna argue this point?
Look at Jared.
Look at that.
How you think Jared? Jared's like, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Jared.
Because me and Ron got into it that one day about Kobe.
Right. You see how you flip-flop there? Like
Jared was, Kobe's not better than Mike. He's not better than Michael.
But who is?
Nobody's better than Mike. Michael's Michael.
Yep.
But Kobe brought a dexterity to the game that really nobody had brought to the game besides Jordan.
He had that mentality, that Mamba mentality.
The Mamba mentality. And it was infectious enough where like people gravitated towards it. Like he gave the tools to be great. You know what I'm saying? Whereas other players, they didn't care about passing the tools on. Like Kobe was about like empowering other athletes. Mm-hmm. And so, working with Kyrie Irving, working with Jason Tatum, working with, Kawhi Leonard and all these people, you know what I'm saying? Like he was passing on his jewels to, his game, his tricks, his bag of tricks. He was passing them on to other players where other players weren't doing it. Allen Iverson never did that for nobody.
No.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
I always say Iverson was the best player I've seen besides Jordan. For me, his size, you take size into consideration, everything. For me, it was Iverson.
I'll factor that in a little bit.
You have
I
to.
think he shot way too much, more than he should have.
But who they surround him with, though? But they didn't surround him with a Shaq.
You're right. You're right. I mean,
They
I
didn't
thought
surround
Larry
him with a
Hughes
Shaq
could
to
have been a
throw
lot
down the
better.
posts, right? They had his best player was Eric Snow, his best teammate, and Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I factor that in when it comes to Iverson. I think I said it. I think I told you, Delka, because we were watching the All-Star game. Yeah, we were. When we at the bar that night, when I was posting the drinks, they showed Iverson next to Reggie Miller, and I said, see that guy right there? That's the best player I've seen besides Michael Jordan play with my own eyes, is Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
But no one ever mentions that. But Max Kellerman did, and remember, they roasted him about it. He said, the closest thing I've ever seen to Jordan was Allen Iverson. I said, me too. That's me. For me, it's Allen Iverson. It's the second best player I've seen with my own eyes.
I just think Kobe, he
Because remember, Kobe had that situation in Colorado too. So that's not.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a dynamic that existed. But it's like Kobe, it made Kobe human. But like Kobe, there's a greatness about Kobe. It's like Magic. Magic had this greatness that everybody gravitated, especially in LA. Like everybody gravitated to.
Yeah, Magic had that smile.
And everybody gravitated to the kid from Philly. You know what I'm saying? The guy that went to prom with Brandy. You know what I'm saying? Like he did all these things, and like people adored him for it, and people vilified him for it, and some people hated him for it. That's why like you have a lot of like Stephon Marbury was right when he came out and he was like, listen, a lot of these players that are like sitting there telling their Kobe stories, a lot of them hated him.
Right.
Because Kobe was an introvert. Kobe,
yeah,
you know
what
I'm saying? Kobe didn't mess with a whole lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
He played ball. He went home, hung out with his family.
He hated his team half the time.
Yeah.
He was really nobody's friend while being a competitor.
And Michael Jordan was the same. Michael Jordan was the same way.
Yeah.
They both have a different
mentality.
Scotty's out there talking crazy. But I think Kobe transcends basketball. So I think it's okay to have. Actually, I know the guy that made that mural. I know who did that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Get him a plane.
He's from Long. He's not even from out here. He's from Long Island. He's all the way up by like Huntington.
Tell him to fly out to LA and do that. But
I think he did do a piece out there.
I'm gonna do.
He got a lot of publicity off of that. So he's
Biggie was like,
of stuff.
What did Biggie? Remember Biggie when a radio station said, "Yo, we can't let the dog pound just post up in Brooklyn. We can't just let murals be just."
Well, the problem, you know what the problem is? A lot of the players here, they don't do a whole lot. They're starting to now, like Kyrie and like the
Kyrie.
But like, what did Melo do? Like Melo went back to Red Hook and rebuilt the basketball court. You go back there now, it looks tore up. It looks worse than what it.
Oh, the court that Melo built is all fucked up now.
Yeah, man. Well, come on. You gotta do more. You gotta do more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you see all the Knicks players. I don't know. I feel like Allen Houston does a significant.
Yeah, Allen Houston's
but a lot of those
the
older dudes, they don't do nothing for New York.
No. Marbury did a lot though too. Didn't Marbury is more active in the community. Yeah, he does do a lot now. Marbury. Yeah, he does.
He's a coach. He coaches. He teaches. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like
Kenny Anderson. He does coaching and stuff in New York. You know who gets the Eazy-E treatment in basketball? I always say Isaiah Thomas. You see how they were treating him like Michael refused to talk to him? I'm like, yo, that's Isaiah Thomas.
No, that was the other way around, sir. That was the other way around. Because he could have easily said something to Michael. He didn't. He egged him.
But Isaiah Thomas, like, I'm not going to kiss this guy's ass. I'm Isaiah Thomas. I mean, I'm good too.
Let bygones be bad guys. It's been like 20 years, bro.
But he gets the Eazy-E treatment, Isaiah Thomas. Like, they did that ultimate draft. You see, they drafted him like, I'm like, dude, that's Isaiah Thomas. I'm like, for some reason, they have a thing with him too. He gets the Eazy-E treatment, where it's like you don't acknowledge that's Isaiah Thomas.
But I feel like he does it to him. He's doing it to himself now. He could have made it. He could have buried them bones, bro.
You know what that reminds me of? Now that you say that, Phil?
What? Who, Jared?
Frank Gore. He's number 3 all time in running back, and They never talk about him. I've
Yeah,
said
because
it
he
before,
played for
but
like 20 years. He
Yeah,
better be
but-
3.
yeah, but he's number 3. I mean, who cares about the years? But 3 all time, and they never talk
I
about
care
him. They talk
because
about Adrian Peterson more than him.
I care because
Hmm.
Barry did it in 9.
Well, we're talking about Barry Sanders.
Well, he hasn't got that many yards the last couple of years. I mean,
Who,
the last
Barry?
few years he played, he didn't do that much. Frank Gore, he
Oh,
played
Frank
a
Gore,
long
yeah,
time,
well,
but his
you know
last
what
few
it
years
is?
he didn't get a lot of yards.
Because Frank Gore went to
Most
play
of
for
those
the
came at the
Jets
beginning.
and stuff. No, that's what messed me up with him is the fact he went to go play for the Jets. Then he go play for Buffalo. Like he was like in
But-
the middle of nowhere.
I think the reason why Adrian Peterson gets talked more is because he has more of electrifying plays than Frank Gore. Like Frank Gore was just your
Like Emmitt Smith. He's just a workman. He just went out there, got yards, and kept it going play
I
by
think he
play.
was way more. To be honest with you, if you want me to be honest with you, I put my money on Frank Gore over Emmitt Smith.
Me too. So would
I
I.
think he's strong.
So would I.
He comes from a better pedigree.
Yup.
Yeah.
And Frank Gore didn't have the offensive line that Emmitt was running behind. So
You know,
no,
so
I
Frank
agree.
Gore,
Frank
like
Gore,
I would
Yeah.
say, yeah, you're right, bro. I mean, thinking about it, because I don't
Right?
like,
Talk
I don't
about
put, I really don't put Adrian Peterson that high because
me neither.
and after he got
Yeah.
injured and like significant injuries,
What was
he
it? Even
wasn't-
like last year when they did like the top 100 wide receivers, top 100 quarterbacks, top 100 running backs,
Mhm.
they didn't even have him in there.
Oh, he didn't make the
Who?
top
Top
100.
75 or something.
Who,
They
Frank
didn't even
Gore?
mention Frank Gore.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Was
That's hard
Eli
to
left
believe.
out of that too?
So let's look at it. You got Emmett. You got hold on. We got Emmett.
Walter
we got
Payton.
Barry.
Walter
we got
Payton,
Walter Payton.
Barry Sanders,
OJ.
O.J. Simpson,
Eric
Um,
Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson, of course. Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walk.
Um,
Who else?
Say Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk. What's his? Curtis Martin.
Tomlinson.
Thomason. Curtis Martin. Went 9.
I put Tomlinson up to 2. Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah.
Went 9.
Jim Brown.
Curtis-
Forgot about
Jim Brown. Of course, how we gonna forget Jim
Yeah.
Brown? 10.
Sean Alexander.
Thurman Thomas.
Thurman
Celebrity.
Thomas.
Sean Alexander was up there.
Sean Alexander was because I think he won MVP one year, didn't he? And he was on cover Madden, so that's 12.
I wouldn't
Well,
put Sean Alexander up there though.
You wouldn't put Sean Alexander up there?
Mm-mm.
I would
Roger
probably put
Craig.
Chris Johnson. I'd put Chris Johnson before Sean Alexander.
Chris Johnson, yes.
Roger Craig.
Roger Craig.
Hmm.
Bo Jackson.
Oh,
How did I forget Roger
Bo.
Craig?
I don't know how the fuck we forgot Bo too. Yeah, Bo. That's 15 right there,
I
right?
mean, that's the thing too, though. Like, I guess that's it too. When you hear those names, they sound like superstars. When you hear Frank Gore, you're like, oh, Frank Gore. To me, that's what it is. Like, I don't know.
I don't know because he comes from that Miami pedigree when Miami was the juggernaut
Yeah.
when they had.
But I think it's
What
also
about
because he was
Clinton
quiet.
Portis? Clinton
He
Portis.
was really quiet and shy when he played.
Yeah, he's not. He's just a workman. He's just a lunch pail guy.
Well, it's the same thing with Barry. Just Barry had just electrifying
Yeah.
plays. So
See,
put Barry
Emmett wasn't
on a different level.
electrifying. Emmett was just 4 yards, 4 yards.
Oh, what about Jerome the Bus Bettis? He wasn't that
Ooh,
electrifying. He
the
just run you the hell over.
Forgot about the bus.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
monster.
yeah, he was.
Mhm.
How about BJ,
Um,
Brandon Jacobs?
Nah,
Little
he
bus.
wasn't up there.
No, I was just
Nah.
throwing it out there.
He ran some people over.
He
Remember that
did.
Pro Bowl?
He sure did.
Warwick Dunn.
Warwick Dunn. Yes, Warwick Dunn.
Warwick Dunn.
I said Clinton Portis already.
Gail Sayers.
Gale Sayers, of course. How the hell we forget him?
Um,
But many think that the real best running back ever is Eric Dickerson, but I think it's Barry Sanders.
Barry was on another level.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm trying to think of anyone like from the 80s and 90s that was
Ricky
How about-
Williams.
Ricky
He
Williams
was on path too.
yeah.
Best ever.
Yeah.
Eddie George.
God, Eddie George. Ray Rice was one hell of a player too.
Yeah,
He just tried to knock his wife out. But look at Ray Rice's stats.
Yeah.
And Ray Rice was a face of the NFL when that whole situation went down. Ray Rice was one of the faces of the NFL.
What was the kid's name from Kansas City? He had like the long dreads, like CJ2K. It started like what the hell? He was fast.
Recently?
He played about
Chris
5,
Johnson
6
is
years
another
ago.
one. Chris Johnson
About 5,
was
6 years ago. Who the hell was he?
Because you had Kareem Hunt was running back for them. Then he
was
went to
before
Cleveland.
that. He had the long
Chris
dreads.
Was it Chris? Well, Chris Johnson had the
No, I
dreads.
said Chris Johnson, but
he played
the guy in the
Tennessee.
Chiefs I'm thinking about, he looks like Chris Johnson. What the hell is his name? McKin? No.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, put Chiefs. Put like 2012 running back.
Yeah, let me see. Okay. Jamal Charles.
Yeah, that guy, he was
Jamal
sick to
Charles,
watch.
he was
good,
good,
fun to
man.
watch. He didn't play
Yes,
that
he
long,
was.
but he was fun.
He was. Chris Johnson was really fun to watch too. That guy was like a freaking road runner.
I used to hate him when he played for the Rams, but Vincent Jackson.
Yes.
Vincent Jackson.
No.
What was the running back, the big old fullback for the Rams?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I'm thinking about Todd Gurley, right?
Oh, he was good. What the hell? Steven Jackson?
Yeah, I think it's Steven Jackson. Yeah.
Big old dude, big old fullback.
Yeah. And he was like a workhorse too.
And then he went to the Falcons.
His top 50. There's Barry Sanders, Jim Brown, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, Eric Dickerson, Marshall Faulk, LaDainian Thomason, Adrian Peterson, Marcus Allen. Forgot about Marcus Allen.
Oh, yes.
O.J. Simpson, Earl Campbell, Gale Sayers, Tony Dorsett, Curtis Martin, Jerome Bettis, Thurman Thomas, Terrell Davis, Edgerrin James,
TD,
John Riggins, Frank Gore. So Frank Gore is up there.
Well, they got him.
Frank Gore's in the top 20.
But is that in a specific order?
Yeah, it's the top 50.
But are they labeling like from 1 to 50? Or is it just 50 running backs?
No, it's 1 to 50.
1 to 50, okay. So they have him, what, 20?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21.
He's 21.
That's fair.
Because you got to factor it in. Like, Bo Jackson, like, he's one of the greatest running backs of all time, but
he played little.
Didn't last long.
Right. It was short-lived.
Larry Zonka, Jim Taylor, Bo Jackson, Tiki Barber, Sean Alexander, Joe Perry, Jamal Lewis. Forgot about Jamal Lewis. Fred Taylor.
Yes,
Marion
from the Jaguars.
Ricky Waters, Herschel Walker, Priest Holmes, Corey Dillon, Marshawn Lynch, Chris Johnson, Steven Jackson, Warwick Dunn, Roger Craig, Ricky Williams, Eddie George, Ollie Matson, LaShawn McCoy, Steve Van Buren, Clinton Portis, Amon Green, Joe Riggs, Lenny Moore, Freeman McNeil, Jamal Charles. That's who it was from the Chiefs.
Jamal Charles. Yep.
Maurice Jones-Drew, and then Stephen Davis.
I forgot about MJD too. Yeah.
Wait, so go back. What was the top 3 on that list?
It was Barry, Jim Brown, and Walter Payton.
Can't argue with that.
Emmitt Smith.
So I'm looking at the all-time running back stats, and it's Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, and Frank Gore. So I was going to see if they had at least Emmitt Smith and Walter Payton number 1 and 2 on that list, and I was going to say, but yet they have Frank Gore on number 20.
Yeah, but the stats are skewed, I feel like.
Because what, longevity?
Emmitt had the superior line. Frank Gore played longer. Barry quit. But Barry was he was I think he was way more phenomenal. He's got bro, he is the greatest running back.
He is. There's no doubt.
He just quit before his time is done. That's all. The only thing that hinders his greatness, if there's anything that does hinder his greatness, is the fact that he quit before he really had to.
Forgot about Tiki Barber.
I know. I can't believe you forgot about him.
Yeah, I'm saying. You see, I'm not biased, bro. I'm all about the best. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have no fandoms here. I'm not biased.
You're not biased. You just forgot about him.
Just forgot about it, my man. No, but you know what though? Because Tiki.
Because I forgot about Ricky Waters too. I mean, Roger Craig.
Roger Craig.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? With Tiki, the thing is with Tiki, us Giant fans don't talk about him because we don't have a good relationship with him.
He was outcasted.
He's outcasted. Every time he goes back to Giant Stadium, he gets booed. Like, you know,
Why?
there's a hatred there for Tiki.
He left on a bad note or what?
Because he didn't want to conform to the Giants' way.
Right, and he dissed Eli.
He's throwing Tom Coughlin under the bus.
Michael Strahan. There's a lot of beef there. There's a lot of so I remember when they honored him at the Ring of Honor, because he's in the Giants Hall of Fame, and when they honored him, there was nothing but boos. They booed the crap out of him.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, there's a big thing there with Tiki.
So what about you guys? Do you guys like him?
I love Tiki Barber.
Same.
I thought
he's good on the radio here now too.
He was a phenomenal running back.
You gotta watch that, Jared.
But I mean, I felt like there's certain running backs that I really like. I thought Ahmad Bradshaw was a really great running back.
The heart and soul of the Giants was Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw. That was the heart and soul.
And then when he left, he fizzled out.
He went to the Colts, Bradshaw. Then your man Jacobs went to the Niners, and he ran like 3 yards the whole season. So
yeah.
Remember he told Rex
Ryan. I was excited when we got him, but then they put him on the shelf.
I love when he told Rex Ryan, "Shut up, fat boy. New York Giants this is a giant town." Remember that shit? He straight up told him, he's like, "Shut up, fat boy. Get out of here." He's like, "This is a giant city." Remember that shit? Yo, the Giants, man. There was so much pride in that organization, and hopefully we're on the rise again, because the Giants didn't. We miss guys like that. Like, I like Saquon, but he ain't no Brandon Jacobs to me. I'm sorry. He just doesn't have the same aura that Jacobs had or Bradshaw had. I'm sorry, man. He's not on the same level. He gets tackled. It was a shame because I remember Jose Otoya, my friend, the one that we did the light show for. I remember he was always on my ass for comparing him to Barry Sanders. I said, well, he is the closest, just entertainment-wise, he's the closest we have to Barry Sanders is Saquon Barkley, but it's just not, he's just not producing. He got to go. That's just like I told Chris when Chris was on the show, he has to go. It's time for him to go find another team. I'm done with Saquon Barkley. Now the rumors are we could be getting a 3rd round or 4th round pick for him. I'll take it.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Give me a 3rd round pick for Barkley. I'll be good.
Yo, you're bugging.
I want everyone gone. I don't want.
Man, stop it. Stop
You wanted
it.
Tiki gone at one point?
No, I didn't.
I remember us talking in 2006.
Why do you want to Saquon gone for? For what?
Because it just, dude,
that's the problem. We always getting rid of people, and then everybody else reaps the benefits of it. Why?
Get Shepard out of here. Get Barkley out of here. Get Nate Solder out of here. We got to clean this. Man, you was on the same page as me with the Mets with just getting rid of the stench. Let's get rid of the old laundry. Let's bring in some new, fresh.
Yeah, but they don't produce.
You want to Noah Syndergaard out?
Because he didn't produce.
Right. Barkley's not producing.
I didn't wait. I didn't want Syndergaard out.
You said the stench. You want Conforto gone, Syndergaard. You said it was time for us to get rid of the stench.
Not Syndergaard. I'm talking about people that aren't producing on bats. The pitching staff was fine to me.
Barkley's not producing.
But it's a different nuance because baseball is more of a one-on-one type of mentality as opposed to football where you have to have 10 other players do something for you to be able to do something, and those 10 other players weren't producing anything for him to be able to do great.
Look at the Super Bowl team, the Bengals. They statistically had a worse offensive line than the Giants. And I see Joe Mixon producing. I see this
because
dude, you know what I mean? It's like how many excuses we're going to have.
Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones ever thought about being.
I won't say that. I can't.
I will say that.
You know what? Joe Burrow didn't wow me. Joe Burrow's not Aaron Rodgers. I wasn't like
Joe Burrow's badass, man.
I don't know.
Joe Burrow won a Heisman, bro.
Let's look at his playoff
Daniel
numbers.
Jones with the Duke.
I don't know, man. Joe Burrow don't blow me away for some reason. I don't know. He
Jared,
don't
talk
blow
to
me
this man.
away.
No, Joe
Jared
Burrow's
talked
good,
to
man. I like him. I'm a fan of him. That's what I don't understand. Hearing you say that about Joe Burrow, but you like your own quarterback. It was Daniel Jones.
Oh, who is
That
that?
threw
Daniel
for,
Jones. How do you?
Huh?
You heard him? Who? What's your quarterback? What's his name? Daniel Jones.
He's like getting confused with the other quarterback.
Yo, Phil's about to snap today.
But no,
I'll
you
take
can't-
Daniel Jones
how
over
you gonna be
Jimmy
happy with
Gabb.
Daniel Jones and then talk crap about Joe Burrow.
Because what I'm saying is Joe Burrow doesn't wow me. I'm not like, oh shit. You see that throw? Like he doesn't do nothing for me. Like I
A
can't.
couple of them don't do anything.
But yet you believe in
I don't
Daniel
think-
Jones, though. That's what I'm asking.
I don't think Josh Allen is that great. He doesn't wow me either.
No, Josh Allen's better than Joe Burrow.
Listen,
But what about so Daniel Jones? Though you believe in Daniel Jones?
I believe enough in Daniel Jones still. Yeah, like my dad, when we were on the phone yesterday, he said, we don't need a quarterback. We have a quarterback. We need other stuff.
you hear this, Jared? I don't believe. You like lucky I'm not in that phone conversation because I'd have told them both. You're both.
I think Jimmy
nuts.
G's
You're
better than
bugging.
Daniel Jones.
You think Jimmy G's better than Daniel Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Yeah.
Ron. Look at
He
Ron.
disagrees. He disagrees
Because
with
you
that
guys
one.
were vibing. You guys were vibing right now. But then when you said that, I was like, just look at Ron. Look, Ron's going to say Daniel Jones is better.
Well,
And
like
I
we
think
brought
that's
up that
what
one time on the show, but you guys
I
said
don't
it's
know.
completely different teams.
I don't know. Listen. I'm very disappointed in Daniel Jones. I'm sorry. It's time to move on.
And you're not disappointed in Saquon Barkley, though.
No, because he's had injuries. It's not because he's been like a bum.
So Daniel Jones has me, you, and Jared blocking for him on the offensive line. He got nobody.
And so Saquon has the same problem.
But Joe Mixon has nobody blocking for him, and he's producing. That's my point.
Listen, man. I think it's
Joe
a whole
Mixon, he's
system.
the dude from the Bengals, right?
Yeah, the one who knocked out his girlfriend in the diner.
Joe Mixon?
Yeah, yo, she was out cold. But yeah, you thought Ray Rice had a punch? Yeah, nothing on Joe Mixon. But they said
How
that's
about the
because
kid
he
that was
was,
just in the Super Bowl?
yeah. But they said that he was attacked by her, so it was warranted him knocking her out.
Damn, what the hell?
He put her to sleep. She was with the Sandman that night. Mr. Sandman.
He's singing again. That's the second time he's sang tonight.
Yo, man. Listen, I'm done with Daniel Jones. I'll just say it.
Yeah, once you're on a team that he didn't play that day. How the minus 10 yards? He didn't play that day.
No. That's why. But look, thank you, Jared, for bringing that up.
I was about
Look
to
how
say.
bad the Giants were without him. The Giants were actually in every single game. Daniel Jones was the quarterback. As bad as they were, they were in every single game. He
But
was there. Look
they
how
never
bad they looked without him.
They never play with any confidence ever. Daniel Jones does not play with any confidence ever. So those close games that they lost, those are games that they should have won, and they should have won by confidence alone. He doesn't have the confidence. It's been 3 years.
I'm not
You
being a
can't teach-
homer here.
And
I'm
that's
not being
something
a
that you
homer.
can't. I'm not saying that you are, Phil. I'm just saying you can't. There's certain tangibles you can't teach, and he's not it.
But look, wait, I'm saying I'm not being a homer because what did I bring up to you guys before? If you look at his body of work compared to Josh Allen, Daniel Jones is Josh Allen-like, right? And I said that people rolled their eyes. But what did Dable and who's coming from Buffalo?
You mean skill set?
Skill set wise, yes. If you look at their rookie years, Daniel Jones is a better player. Compare Daniel Jones' rookie year to Josh Allen. Josh Allen was a bum. Nobody wanted him. Remember, they were ready to throw him out of Buffalo. But then when Dable got his hands on him and worked with him, now he's considered one of the top quarterbacks of football. And I feel like Dable working with Daniel Jones could have the same effect. So let's not waste resources on a quarterback. We need other stuff going on. Daniel Jones is the least of our concerns right now. See, it's the opposite. In San Fran, the main concern is Jimmy G. If you guys have a competent quarterback, you guys are going to win Super Bowl. That's the difference with that. Like the Giants, least of problems the Giants have is Daniel Jones.
No, Jimmy G, he has a skill set, but he has like a mental thing. He'll get us to the Super Bowl, but
He's
then
gonna
he's
throw a
going to
pick.
lose it.
Yeah, he's gonna lose. He's gonna throw a pick. He can't hold the
But
lead.
that last one against the Chiefs, that Super Bowl, that wasn't his fault. That was Kyle Shanahan's fault.
Yes, that was Shanahan. You know what? Let's take the focus away from Jimmy G.
Yeah,
Shanahan
Jimmy G, we're in the playoffs all the time.
Yeah, Shanahan can't close a game out. That's what it comes down to. Shanahan cannot close out a game.
Yeah, we're up by 11 against the Rams.
And how much were they up against the Patriots in the Super Bowl with the Falcons? Was it 26-3 or something? They couldn't hold the lead. Yeah, you can't close out a game.
So he blew the lead against the Rams this year.
Yep.
The Falcons and the 49ers too against the Chiefs. So he's done it 3 times.
3 times where you just cannot hold the lead.
So that's why I say if anybody needs to go, it should be Kyle Shanahan, but that's not going to happen.
You're right. We're on the same page there. Remember, I think we were talking in text about that. I told you it's Shanahan where's the heat on him? You know?
And that's the thing, too. They said if it wasn't for Jimmy G getting them to the NFC Championship game this year, then they probably would have got rid of him this year. But Jimmy G saved his ass.
That's true. That is true. So, you know what? Yeah.
So Jimmy G saved him, but yet they're going to get rid of Jimmy G.
And Jared, you've seen it with your own. We laugh about it. Look how bad the Giants were without Daniel Jones. Everything just fell up. Joe Judge lost his job because Daniel Jones was injured. Let's be real. The Giants were competitive with Daniel. Look at that Monday Night Football game against the Bucs. Giants were into that game going into the fourth quarter. Remember, the Giants were leading in the third quarter because Daniel Jones was making crazy plays. So that's the thing. Look how awful they were without him. That's the point I'm saying. Like he's not the Giants' problem. It's not Daniel Jones. The problem is everyone else stinks around him. But now that we have a new coaching staff, new GM, I feel like we're gonna really see Daniel Jones for what he is. And now if he sucks this year, then we'll just get a quarterback.
Yeah, but we wasted a lot of time, man. There's a lot of good quarterbacks that could have got taken.
Who? But who?
We could have got Mac Jones. We could have traded out and got Mac Jones.
Daniel Jones is better than Mac Jones.
Bro, stop.
Okay.
Stop.
All right. I'm telling you. It's right here.
Stop.
Another shade of blue, February 27, 2022. We're going to go back to this episode this year when Daniel Jones is tearing up the NFL watch.
You said that last year.
Did I?
And I'm still unimpressed. I'm still not getting it. Like, I don't. Yo, I stopped watching the Giants after like week 5, bro. This is the longest season.
Was it because of him?
A lot of it, some of it has to do with him, yes. And a lot of it has to do with his defense.
Thank you. Oh, is it because Logan Ryan and them were getting torched?
Come on, man.
And your man Jabril Peppers from Michigan, was he not getting torched?
Listen, getting torched, but here's the problem. The offense has to balance out the defense. If the offense isn't running the ball and killing time and giving the defense rest, what do you expect them to do? Right?
And what do you expect? All right.
Just agree with it. Is a yes or no question, right? Yes or no? It's Daniel Jones' job to kill the clock.
But is
give
also
the defense rest.
But and I agree with that you there. But at the same time, now did the Giants look 10 times worse without him than they did with him? Give him credit there too.
You had 2 quarterbacks that are noble that nobody ever heard of. They took them out of like the coffee shop. They were fucking bistros at Starbucks yesterday. So hey, you want a job?
Jared's like, where I work with Jake Fromm at Jamba Juice. He was like, wait a second. He was like, that was my boy from Jamba Juice.
Yeah.
You got one guy from Borders and the other guy from Starbucks. And like, here, we need quarterbacks. Here's your jersey. We'll just give you money. Just show up. That's all we need.
It's happened before. What was it?
Look at Kurt Warner. He was
Kurt
stopping
Warner,
Joe.
He was working at a store.
Yeah, and he won the Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl.
He also had Marshall Falk and
Torrey Holmes. He had the greatest show on turf. Isaac Bruce.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then your defense was pretty good too. You had James Laurinaitis.
I'm just saying, man. It's like Jimmy G can cough it up and be done, and they still have Trey Lance. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones isn't really working out. It's time for us to get somebody that's going to be. This is the problem that I have with the Giants. They're afraid of getting somebody that's a little bit like, outside of the box.
Give me Malik Willis from Liberty. Give me that dude, and I'll be all right. Jared just
Where'd he go?
Jared's like, fuck this Daniel Jones shit. He's like, I'm out, son. Jared was like, what? I'm out. Fuck Daniel
He said,
Jones.
I'm done with y'all.
He's like, I'm done with this Giant bullshit.
He's
like, I'm out. Yeah, he's like, no one's talking about the Dodgers. I'm ghost. He was like, you with the Dodgers. You have something with the Dodgers, bro. But yeah, what's with the Dodgers? Let's talk about it. What's going on with the LA Dodgers?
I don't know.
Yo, Jared, where you at, bro?
What happened? Call him.
Is he like? What happened? Is he active? What's happening right now?
Now we go back to the stat and third.
So now
it's good show today.
No, yo, that's what I'm saying. But it was actually like still getting heated up. We were actually having
a vibe. We in a vibe right now.
Right, we're in the zone because like that. We'll see. I'll put my knowledge, my sports knowledge, on the line this year and say, if Daniel Jones fails, that's on me. I'll say it like that. Now, if he fails, he got to go. But
I think he's a great bro. I think he's a great quarterback. He's just missing tangibles that you can't teach that'll make him great.
He holds on to the ball too long.
That's two. I don't see it.
I'll take Malik Willis from Liberty though. I'll take that dude.
I feel like he's Joe Flacco.
But Flacco is a good quarterback though too.
Flacco was a great quarterback.
Flacco won the Super Bowl.
Who's Malik Williams? Who's that?
He's the quarterback from Liberty University, and that dude is like, he's on another planet. But it's the same thing like with Trey Lance. Small school, didn't really go against any competition, but he's a shifty. He got a cannon. He's Michael Vick with more of a cannon of an arm. Like the dude got a cannon, and he could run. Look at his highlights on YouTube. The dude. Now they got him going to the Washington. I was gonna say football team, the Commanders. They have him going to the Commanders. Check out his YouTube videos, his YouTube highlights. The dude is good. I would take him, but he don't, like you said, he don't fit the Giants mold. Like he's outside the box type of thing for them.
Mm.
But he's he's really good. I would take him in a heartbeat. $89. I'm looking at my bets right now, the over and under. I'm trying to add up some numbers right now. 89.
How'd the Knicks do today? They win?
No.
Oh, they got cooked?
I don't think they got cooked. I think they hung in there. They let me see.
Who they play today?
Sixers. James Harden. They lost 125 to 109. And Embiid had 37. Harden, yo, look at Harden, bro. Ron, you ready for this? 29 points, 16 assists, and 10 rebounds for James Harden. He won 29, 16, and 10.
They're still going to lose in the playoffs, bro.
29,
Kyrie's going to cook that boy.
10.
Kyrie's going to cook him.
Yo, I don't know. James Harden right now, he just feeling it.
Whoa. You see what Kyrie did last night?
Yeah, everyone sat or whatever. Who
sat?
Everyone sat.
Nobody sat.
That wasn't the Greek Freak. That was his brother.
Giannis was out there. Chris Middleton was out there. Holiday was out there. Bobby Portis, Grayson Allen. They were all out there getting whooped on.
I don't want to say they got whooped on. Kyrie hit a couple of shots.
You let Kyrie and the supporting cast lace you.
I wouldn't say it was a lacing. I think Milwaukee took the night off.
Andre Drummond took Giannis's food too.
I remember I told you I like Andre Drummond. I think he adds a whole different dimension to that team. Remember? I was like, he adds like that toughness. He adds that dude down low that could get a rebound. He's
Yo,
a
he dunked
rebound.
on Giannis last night. That shit was nasty.
Did you see? Well,
Pull up the highlight. Pull up the highlight right now.
You know what? Let's do it. Hold on. Yeah, let's look at the Giannis, the Drummond.
Drummond dunked over Giannis. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll share the screen so we can watch.
Yeah. You see that work he got.
Okay. Wait, that's an old video though. Okay, that's old. 17 hours ago, right here. Wait. Let me rewind it, then I'll share the screen. Okay. Okay.
Cross court, Holiday, touch pass, Matthews. Matthews, the runner,
wait.
back to Giannis. Antetokounmpo falling
Wait,
away.
rewind it.
Cross court, Holiday, touch pass, Matthews. Matthews, the runner, back to Giannis. Antetokounmpo falling away.
Okay, hit the fadeaway.
He's got 23.
Got him, man.
Hit the fadeaway.
Score here in this third quarter, 34-17 Brooklyn. They've scored 34 points in this
You see?
4.5
Look at
to
this.
go.
Look at this.
Drummond
Oh, but he was late.
And right now, Brooklyn is
Don't
closing
mind
up the
Look, he
flush.
was late. Look.
And right now, Brooklyn is coming on the flush.
You still on post,
Drummond
bro.
on the
'Cause look,
flush.
look.
Post.
Points in this 4.5
Let's see.
to go.
Look where he's at when he's already in the air.
Still, you're going to be on the poster, bro.
Let me see.
Drummond on the flush. And right now, Brooklyn is carving up the Bucks defense.
And how is that not a foul? Drummond should be at the foul line.
Yeah, and it was
Free
an
throw.
N1,
A
yeah.
lot of contact on that dunk.
You know what though? I love the rivalry between those two teams. It's good for the NBA.
Yeah.
Right? I like
Yeah.
it. I like that
Yeah.
Bucks net rivalry they got going on.
Yeah.
The Sixers, I don't know how to read them. Like, are they gonna? I don't know how to read them. They're dangerous though. Yo, 29, 16, 10. Eaton.
Ooh.
Harden.
That's dangerous, man. Come on, man.
Harden went 29, 16, and 10.
I don't give a shit. He's
And
still
look
not
at
a winner.
Embiid, 37, 3, and 9. Well, you know who's good too?
3 what, blocks?
3 assists. I like Maxey. I like Maxey too.
Man, I'm not worried about the Philadelphia 76ers. Neither one of them are winners.
Who? Embiid won. He's a
He
player.
won what?
Every year he's in the playoffs, conference finals and stuff. He's always there.
And fizzles out.
That's like saying Patrick Ewing's not a winner because he never won finals. Patrick Ewing's a winner. Every year he went to playoffs.
Well, that Sixers team should have not got decimated by the Atlantic Hawks. I'm sorry. Bro,
Yeah,
it should
no,
have
but
never
that
happened.
was Ben
And
Simmons played a role.
it's not Ben Simmons' fault. There's 5 players on the floor. You can't put on for them to just sit there. See, that's what I don't like about Ben Simmons. We saw the plays. He did give up a lot of easy plays. But listen, you're Joel Embiid. You're the best big man in the game, and you play. You got ruined by Caputo. Come on, man.
Nah, yeah, he put the brakes.
Come on, bro. Let's
Oh,
talk
but
about it.
But that Hawks team was just on fire. Look what they did to the Knicks. Remember last year, Knicks were a really good team. They ran through the Knicks.
Milwaukee. And you see what they did in Milwaukee? Nothing. Milwaukee just steamrolled over.
Yeah,
them.
they did. They steamrolled them. It's true.
So I don't want to hear that.
And Trae Young is not as good as I thought.
The Sixers had no excuse for that, and the way they threw Ben Simmons under the bus, like it was all his fault.
He was out.
It's a trash organization, and to be honest with you, I don't hate him for sitting out, bro. I really don't.
Me neither. We never really even spoke about it because I didn't think he was wrong. I don't think because his coach threw him under the bus too.
Bro,
I don't know if
Doc
we could.
Rivers, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if we could win with him.
He created a lot of cultures that are poisonous, man.
Yes.
Look. Kevin
Yep.
Garnett can't even shake Ray Allen's hand, man.
No. At all. And that's a shame too. That's a shame, that whole drama they got going on. You talk about all top
Doc
75
Rivers is
players.
overrated as a coach, bro. I'm sorry, he's overrated.
I agree. Because you know
What
what
he do with them Clippers teams? Nothing.
they were stacked. Those Clippers teams too. They were stacked.
There's no excuse for that. None.
No, they should have won a chip, at least one.
And
Those
they're not
Clippers
winning the Sixers are not winning the chip this year. I'm sorry, bro. It's not happening.
But you're not concerned a little bit the way Harden's going off now, though?
Don't care.
We knew it was going to happen. We knew it.
It don't care because you know what? You know what the problem is? He can put up the 29, 12, and 10 or whatever. He don't play no defense.
29, 16,
That's
and
the
10.
problem. You getting booked. Kyrie's going to take your food. Drew Holiday's going to take your food. Chris Middleton's going to take your food.
I want to see well, when they're playing soon, right?
Who?
Brooklyn and the Sixers. They're
Yeah,
saying
but they playing here.
Maybe Ben Simmons will play.
No, he's not playing.
Oh, he's not
no.
play.
That game, no. Kyrie can play. It's gonna be Kyrie and KD will be back. And then you got Drummond, and you got Steph Curry. And, bro, it's a wrap, bro. They gonna body the shit out of them Sixers because they all got a chip on their shoulder, and you know Durant gonna hold Simmons down. Oh, you want to talk about my man like that? All right, cool, got you. And you a bum too for leaving.
Oh. Yo,
I
can't wait.
Cook them. They go and Kyrie can play at night. They go cook them. We can put money on that one.
I'm a Knicks fan, diehard, but I love this rivalry that the Nets and the Bucks and the Sixers have. I'm loving it. I can't wait for those games to take place.
I'll tell you, that game's gonna be nasty, bro. I any wherewithal, and I didn't care. I tell you to call in the word. We going to Philly. We gonna go see this game.
Oh man, I don't think Ben Simmons will play in Philly though. I don't think so.
No, I'm not. Don't care that he plays. All that matters is Kyrie and KD play, and Joel Embiid, and I'm not worried about Ben Simmons. Yeah, Harden and Embiid and Kyrie and Durant.
Because I know how you feel about Harden. I know your Harden feelings. I know your Harden feelings.
Oh, I know the KD's Harden feelings, and I know Kyrie's Harden feelings.
I think that was more of a Kyrie Harden thing.
But I know Durant feels
send another link,
way.
Jared said.
Huh?
Jared said to send another link.
What happened?
I think
when he comes back, I'm going to take a little outside break, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I need to eat. I'm hungry. Wait, let me send him.
I'm itching.
You're itching? Don't you vape all the time? Don't you have a vape there?
Yeah, but I don't have any juice. And Lisa makes fun of me. So.
I sent it to Jared. Jared, I sent it. Oh, I barely. He explained it here.
What?
I barely touched my laptop cord and it turned off.
Makes sense.
He had power outage. It reminded him of the Super Bowl. Remember the lights turned off against the Ravens? I just
What'd you say?
No, because remember he said everything. He had a power outage. Remember in that Super Bowl against the Ravens? Remember they had the power outage? So he said it flashed him back to the Super Bowl against the Ravens. Shit, it's unbelievable. I'm hungry, bro. I didn't eat today. Oh, I need some points. 80 and 74.
Killing me, man. Who won the Warriors?
The what?
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, they played 7:30 against the Suns are in trouble. I knew it. I knew they would be a little bit of trouble. They lost again today to the Jazz. They're in some trouble right now, man, without Chris Paul. Yo, look what look what the ESPN labels the 76ers. Unstoppable. ESPN has the Sixers as unstoppable.
Don't stop. That's just going to end. Yo, Hold on.
Guess how many
Stop him with
free
my
throws
ass.
Joel Embiid took? Guess how many free throws Joel Embiid took today?
What?
27.
10?
27 free throws just for Joel Embiid.
He only had 37 points.
30. No, that was let me
the
look at the
Warriors
box
tried
score. I
to-
don't want to say the wrong shit. So Harden had 29, 10, and 16. Embiid had 37 and 9 with 4 blocks and 3 assists. He went to the line 20. He was 23 of 27. And guess what?
See, now
Harden
look
went
at
10
that.
for 10 for 10 for 10
And
for
see,
Harden.
look at the stat sheet. He went 7 for 18, 0 for 4 for threes. So if he wouldn't have been put on the line so much, the score would be entirely different.
And look, you talk about Harden's defense. Harden was still plus 19 today. With him on the court, they were plus 19.
Yeah, but who was he playing against to be plus?
The Knicks. Fournier was banging.
Yeah. Don't look in the camera.
RJ.
Don't look in the camera.
The Knicks. No, I'm not looking at the camera because I'm looking at the bottom. I'm making sure. So Fournier had 24. RJ, who they say is a budding star, he had 24. You know, Randall.
Off 9 and 16 and shooting. Barrett was 9 for 22 and 0 for 3 from 3.
Quickly had 21 off the bench. He was 5 for 13, was 3 for 7. Free throws 8 of 8. Knicks is a fucking joke, yo. Fucking joke. Disaster.
Fournier had a better shooting night than James Harden.
Yeah. But still, Harden does stuff that add up, though.
Not all the time, bro. I'm telling you, he's just going to get worse.
Look, player-wise, you don't think Harden's better than Simmons?
What?
You don't think Harden's better than Simmons? Jared,
Harden?
Yeah.
But he's younger.
Simmons is what? Like
Simmons
24?
is tremendously younger. It's like saying he's better. Harden's better than Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball's not so bad though.
Neither is Simmons.
I'll take Lonzo. It's gonna sound blasphemous though, coming from me because I'm a Knicks fan. I would take Lonzo over Simmons.
You what?
I would take Lonzo
Over who?
Ben Simmons.
Nah, don't do that. You talking about somebody at 6'10" that has the same skill set
As LeBron?
Lonzo Ball, and better defender.
My only thing with Lonzo, his injury history. That would be the only thing that I would take Simmons over him. Lonzo's always hurt. Every time he sneezes. You know?
Who would you rather be playing perimeter defense, Lonzo or Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is a glove out there.
Okay, well, James Harden bedazzle with all his points and all that shit, but it don't mean shit because you don't ever win shit. You a bum.
Free throws.
You don't win nothing.
He's gonna.
And you're proving that you're not a winner because you check out. That's far worse than what KD or LeBron James has done. You check out,
The
bro.
faking the injury fucked me up with him.
Yeah, you're a bum, bro. You're a bum. You're a scrub.
Yeah.
Don't ever be out here in Brooklyn on the street, because I swear.
He hated New York. He hated Brooklyn. He hated
There's no
being
need
here.
for that, though. If you didn't want to be here, you should have never came here.
Like they said on Michael K show, he had it good in Houston. They don't pay state tax. They loved him over there. They were a decent team with him. Should have just stayed in Houston. New York ain't for everybody, and it wasn't for him. He's not a New York type of dude. But you know what?
don't have to live here, though. You
Like
don't.
you said, you could be in Jersey. You could live in Philly and still play for New York. I mean, because it's not like it's a million miles away. You know, you could live in
You can
Pennsylvania. I
live in
have
Jersey,
Jersey,
you go live in
Connecticut.
Poconos, Connecticut. Like, you don't have to be here. Nobody told you had to
Yeah,
live here.
that's true. Because I think he said he was living in Brooklyn and he hated living in Brooklyn. He didn't like it.
I never seen him outside. I think Lisa might have seen him outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when she was, cause she goes over to the Target over there by Barclays.
Ah,
Sometimes.
okay.
And she'll
Okay.
see, because you know the train station. You walk upstairs, Barclays Center's right there.
Right
So when
there.
she's crossing the street, the side doors with I think that door to the security, you know, to like the locker rooms and all that shit. Like she sees people walking over there all the time.
Ah, see Durant, you could see he like.
So Lisa's probably seen like mad people, and she would never even know it.
Right, right.
Friday, I didn't know who it was.
If she seen somebody Friday, she didn't know who it was. So
I knew it was a celebrity, but I just couldn't tell you who it was.
yeah, she knew that he was somebody that was a celebrity. She just didn't, you know.
He was over by the Dakota.
Where is he coming? Is he coming back? Because I need a cigarette, man, before I explode.
I bet he said again that he barely touched his laptop, just like Abbott and Costello right now. You know when it goes nowhere, like you just go in circles. We're like, I'm like, yo, I sent the link. He's like, yeah, but my laptop cut off again. I'm like, what's happening right now? What is going on? And then you're frozen. You know what, Jared? We'll just continue this next week. We had a really productive show today. We had a productive weekend.
Yeah.
We've been having a lot of exposure. We've been all over the place lately. All over social media. We're all on YouTube, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been having a lot of exposure. And we'll do this again next week. Saturday, Sunday. Once
Oh,
again.
we're done?
Yeah. Let's wrap
We're
this
calling
up.
it?
I gotta go eat. I'm starving.
You gotta eat. He was like giving
He's
time
having
to
power
fix his
issues.
computer.
He's having some technical difficulties.
Yo, Jared, we love you, bro.
Jared, we love you, my brother. Great show. Happy you're back. Great
Even
show.
though we could have beefed a little bit today, but it wasn't against you. Trust me.
No, you weren't. That's the thing. You weren't mad
my
at him.
frustrations.
Mad.
Yeah, frustrations are just meant for.
Just in general.
I'm just tired of this.
Yes,
Tired of
it has nothing to do with him. That's the thing. Like you had nothing to do with him. He just brought up you just because I don't know if he watched, but last night you were going on about that too. Like enough with the victim mentality. That's what it was. It had nothing to do with him. It was just in Bubba Wallace in general that enough is enough. Like, you know, that's all. It had nothing to do with him whatsoever.
Yeah.
Great show, guys. Love you. I'll see you.
Love you guys.
Saturday for this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Try to look into that YouTube channel. Try to set up a YouTube thing.
No, I'll do that this week.
Okay. Let's set up a YouTube thing and I'll add that to here. This way we'll get a logo and all that stuff too. Because Jared said he sent us one. It's something in black and gray one or something. So we'll look into that.
Send it to my email so I can see
I'll send it. Yeah, I'll forward everything to you. Love you, man. Love you, Lisa.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for watching, commenting. See you guys next week.